Hey everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. It is Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Let's go. We are in the middle of the Tokyo Game Show. And as you can see from the subject matter, we've got some things to look into, some things to watch. It's pretty exciting. I haven't viewed everything in the full list myself just yet because I wanted to save some of that, watch some of it with you for the first time. But yeah, I'll give some time for y'all to hop in the chat while I continue to get ready on this end. But as you can see, we've got some Resident Evil 9 Requiem footage, Age of Imprisonment footage, and Famitsu sales data. New updates. Pretty exciting stuff. I see some people are already in here, so welcome on in. Open up this. Yesterday we had a fantastic chat. Here I could already see that Byzantium is in. Happy Thursday. Johan S. Hi. Definitely excited for the sales updates. Heck yeah. I took a brief look. It's looking good. We've also got Hades 2 out, which, gosh, if I had a capture card, it would be so much fun to play that live online with you all right now, because that's a game that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. And it's finally out. I tried playing it this morning, but it wasn't ready yet. I was like, dang it. But evidently now it's ready, because now Nintendo, I realize this is a little bit too low. Nintendo on X has provided an update saying, now playable. There we go, that's better. So that would be fun to experience with you all now, but without a capture card, that makes it a little bit challenging. Not impossible, because I could play it like this, but that's not the best way to play, and it's not the best way for you to watch, But let's see who else is in here. Yvonne Francois. Hi, everyone. Hi there. Tsukino Ame. Also with a hi, everyone. Hi there. Welcome. How are you doing today? Anyone in the chat right now playing anything? Roger Enyart kicking things off. Big thank you, Roger. Let me read that. Happy Thursday to all. Almost the weekend. I like that. Definitely a happy Thursday. Dang, do these weeks fly by fast. They say time flies when you're having fun, right? It's true. I'm having fun. Thank you so much, Roger. Kicking us off with $2 on the board already. I appreciate it. Playing the game of work, Byzantium, hopefully work goes well, and that you have fun at work, because then you can make the money and use that money to buy some video games. Hello there. I'm playing Dark Souls 3 and GTA 5. GTA is for when I rage on Dark Souls. So you have your game that you're interested in, and then you have like your therapy point for when this one gets too tough, which is kind of a nice circle, a nice loop to be in. Oh, something we could also watch today. I don't have it in my queue of things that I'm ready to show off, but excuse me, something else could be Wolverine footage. Yeah, we could do that too. I mean, right now I have 3 main topics, and that's checking out Resident Evil 9, looking at the gameplay, checking out Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, looking at the gameplay there, and going over the Famitsu sales for last week. But I wasn't able to stream live with you all yesterday, the PlayStation State of Play, and the only thing I ended up putting up, because I had to watch it later, not live myself, but I avoided spoilers, which is good, so by the time I got to get home and push play, I got what I wanted in the end, and that was definitely cool. The rest of the event was fine. The rest of the event was pretty cool. You know, they had like the Gran Turismo announcement, you know, like 28 years in, the game series has sold over 100 million units. They'll be updating GT7, leading into that God of War controller for the 20th anniversary of that series. But then came the big one. Then came what I was hoping for, Wolverine. So we could do that too. We do love money. Yeah, I Byzantium. That's right. I was playing Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm, but now I have to eat lunch. Chicken soup. Chicken soup is good. And Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. That's a good one. I have that for 3DS. Aaron Cedillo, hi. Pokemon Fan 34, hi there. You are here, indeed. And we already have 19 people watching. Heck yeah. That's a good start to the stream. 19 people, 6 minutes in. Will we give out an eShop card today? We'll see. What we will do, though, is definitely have some fun with some trailers and some Japanese sales data. We've already got 10 likes in here, so thank you for doing that too, everybody. Turtle Man, what's up, Paul? Hope you are well today. I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well too, Turtle Man. We've got some cool stuff to look at. I'm excited. I haven't deep dived into anything too much, but I've taken some peeks and I'm like, oh man, some cool footage from Tokyo Game Show. Final Fantasy Rebirth Part 2 demo out this year. Final Fantasy Rebirth Part 2 demo. If Nintendo Switch 2 is getting a demo of that game before Remake even comes out, which is not scheduled till January, that would be interesting. State 1024. Hi, Paul and chat. Hi there. Skipler J320. Can't see your message. I got Cool Bear, Paul Exucky Jucky. I got Cool Bear. I'm not sure what you mean, but I hope you're doing well. Cool Beard, maybe? I don't know. Manocan, hello. Hello, Manocan. Pokemon Fan 34. Also make Pokemon Coliseum and Paul Gale of Darkness, or one of them, come out this year. Pokemon Fan 34, I am sending good vibes into the interwebs that one of those games comes out this year. I think so. I'm positive that one has got to come out. Nintendo already showed them off. You know, we've got like 3.25 months left. One of those games is going to hit the Nintendo GameCube NSO app. It's going to happen. Exucky Jucky, Wolverine game looks amazing, right? Yeah, it does. I kind of want to watch that too. Like I said, I don't have it on the queue, but we should watch that. Sketches of Harmony. Hey, Paul and everyone. Good to see you all. Pretty tired, so probably just going to alert today. Roger getting the mayhem started. Yeah, Roger already kicked us off with $2 on the board. Right. Getting us 1/32 the way there. Heck yeah, you know? That's there. And look at that. Boom! 17 watching, 15 likes. You're all doing great. Thank you. I hope 2026 is a good year, Johannes says. I think so. I think it will be. You're welcome, Pokemon Fan 34. Steak 1024 says Paul Gale of Darkness sounds like a good Halloween game. LOL. Yeah, that's the trilogy that Nintendo is working on. Game Freak, Pokemon Company, Creatures Inc. Like, they're all working on it. It's the trilogy. It's Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. That's the first one. Pokemon XD Paul Gale of Darkness. That's the sequel. And then the one that will come out eventually is Pokemon XD Paul Gale Network of Darkness. It's this evolution, you know? It's Gale of Darkness, Paul Gale of Darkness, and Paul Gale Network of Darkness. October and November are a great game release for Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, it's a packed time. I want to play Hades 2. I fired it up this morning, but it wasn't ready yet. Now it looks like it's ready. And now I'm streaming, but that's okay. The game could wait. And as I said earlier, dang it, I would love to be playing it with you all right now, but I don't have a capture card. So how else am I going to do it? Like this? That doesn't work out well. And I don't even know, with a capture card, does that require me to have a second dock? I guess so, right? I'd have to have a second dock. Power cord to the wall here. And then I'm assuming HDMI cord from the back of the dock to go into this capture card device, and then that go into the monitor, or that go into the computer, or something like that. I've never done a capture card before. And then I play, and then I put a screen, bloop, somewhere in here. I'm thinking about playing around with some things on the left side, by the way. I like the logo being there. It tells you, what channel am I watching? Oh, PGN, Paul Gale Network. I like being there, the name of the show, PGN Live. The little rule or the little goal of the channel, the streams, you know, how every Nintendo $64 the stream makes from super chats and subscriptions equals one person receiving a $10 eShop card. I feel like that's a good thing to have, so new people that come to the stream know of it. So I don't want to take it out, but at the same time it takes up some retail space on the screen, and a lot of people know about it already. Probably this Microsoft Word area could be a little bit tighter, but not by too much, because I want to have the proper amount of space to, all throughout the month, give a highlight to whichever member gave the top donos, which is like Roger Enyart in this case, with 69 in any one stream, and give, you know, props to the overall #1 single dose super chatter, which is Mr. Black with a 50, and then have the gold status there, and have the top donors of the stream there, regardless of what you contributed, which in this case is Roger Enyart with the $2. So like that, even though it takes up space, that's useful. But the bottom left-hand thing, even though it's a rule, a channel thing that lets people know what's up, does it serve more purpose than it does take away space by talking about, like, the video game music and the trailer requests doesn't need to be there, you know? Because I just think of, like, if or when I do eventually get a capture card, having some gameplay footage be visible would do well to occupy one of those sections. Then again, not every stream would have it, so maybe the simple solution is, on a day where we do have capture card footage of me playing the game, or us playing the game together, which would be cool, like a Fortnite or Mario Kart or Splatoon or Street Fighter or something, that would occupy this little section right here. So maybe I don't have to change things up too much. We'll see, we'll see. Pokemon Fan 34. Yes, you've been summoned with the Pokemon Legends commentary. Aaron Cedillo, looking forward to the game. J Biggs, Mr. NY for life. Hey everyone. Hey there. Roger Enyart. No, you don't need another dock unless you don't want to use your current one. Well, since my current dock is in the living room and that's where like the whole family enjoys the Nintendo Switch 2, I probably would have to either get another dock or just get another set of wires, like unplug the dock, which is easy to do. Leave the HDMI cord there dangling behind, leave the power cord there dangling behind. Take the dock, bring it over here, and then just use an already pre-established HDMI cord and power cord here, and just stick the dock in, right? You know what I mean? Maybe. Still thinking of some things. Joycey J, hey Paul, hey y'all. Hey Joycey J, welcome, welcome. J Biggs, it was raining, so I didn't feel like going to work today. Well, I'm glad you're here. PGN Live is more important than work. In some ways, right? I mean, more fun. Maybe. I don't know. My work is pretty fun. Pokemon Fan 34, you hear Peach? Yeah, you do hear Peach. Peach, you want to say hi? Oh, let's say hi, Peach. Look at this chunka. Look at this chunky dog. Peach, I took her away from her toy. She's got her toy down there. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. Peach, why are you so chunky? It's because she gets good feedings. Peach, everybody loves you, you know? You're just a good girl. Let me see. She's got her toy down below. She loves that thing. Yeah, you want it back, huh? She also sees Mario. Mario's up here hanging out. Tabby Pits. Yo, I finally made a stream this week. Yay. Whew, finally, Tabby Pits. Welcome. If I didn't say hi earlier. Let's see. What are you using to do your layout? Tabby Pits, I've got a mixture of things. I've got Microsoft Paint, which is what you see over there. That's where the PGN logo is, the PGN Live, the thing about the Nintendo $64 Super Chats and how I give out the $10 eShop card afterwards, and all that. That's that. And then within that section, you could probably make out the logo in the top left of it. That's Microsoft Word. That's just Word right on top. A little window to give a shout out so people have that recognition all throughout the stream and all throughout the month in that case for the top donors. Having that visibility. Then I've just got Google Chrome opened up, and that's what you see over here. So I could switch between different pages easily. Go to YouTube, show a video, go to X, show a video, go to Install Base Forum, which is a website I like quite a bit for the Famitsu sales. And then I've got Streamlabs over here, which, by the way, I got a Streamlabs offer yesterday. Holy cow, speaking of offer, Roger Enyart just offered up 10 gifted members. Not even offering, he just did. Big thank you, Roger Enyart. Tabby Pits, I will continue on that thought. Remind me. What was I talking about? Oh, Streamlabs. Okay. Roger Enyart, big thank you. 10 gifted memberships. Roger Enyart. Was that for hitting 20 likes? How many likes are we at right now? 21 likes. Nice. 26 watching, 21 likes. Big thank you. Who are the recipients of all these? Kuro Kamina, Jacob Anderson, Elijah Dragon, Richard Pauly, Game 123, Monkey FB, Bradley Taylor, that's 7. How come I don't see the other ones? That's 7. Where are the other 3? Am I looking incorrectly? Is it not showing 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Kuro Kamina, Jacob Anderson, Elijah Dragon, Richard Polly, Game 123, Monkey, Bradley Taylor. Huh. Usually when 10 memberships are gifted, 10 people's names pop up. How suspicious. How interesting. Where are the other 3 people? Oh, there we go. So it just took a while. Oh, I've never seen that kind of delay happen. Tyler Anubis, there's another one. Swan Kai Tiger, there's another one. Pokemon Fan 34 saying now they are coming through. Yeah, I've never seen that kind of like pause. Most curious. Yet somehow it avoids. It skips over some people in the chat. Tabby Pitts up to 9. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Is it the whole members subscribe now? Not quite, but freaking getting there. Free Metroid hat, welcome. What did you say, Free Metroid hat? You're out eating, but you made it. What you eating? What are you eating? Cheeseburger with fries at Habit. That's a guess. It'd be kind of funny if I got it spot on. Dang. Oh, you know what the Habit has that's really good? What is it called? Santa Barbara burger? Santa Barbara sandwich? I don't know. It's freaking good though. Oh man. Way too many calories. But so good. Tabby Pits. My office is also my bedroom, so I didn't have to do that, but I have wires everywhere. Peach, doggo. Peach is so sweet and cute. I agree. Good. She is so cute. Love pugs. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm caught up. So Tabby Pits, to get back to your comment, yeah, I got a new update or a message, I guess, whatever, from Streamlabs saying you are now eligible, or you now could use Streamlabs as a source of monetization in your streams. And that's what the chat was talking about before. Like, you know, there is something that you could do besides YouTube for donations, and that's Streamlabs. And I'm like, I know what you're talking about. I don't know how to do it, because I know Player Essence, you could, you know, when you're in his streams, you could super chat, which is the YouTube way of doing things. You could also, you know, Streamlabs by clicking a link, and then that does it. And I don't know how to do that. I could ask him. He'd tell me. I don't know why Nintendo Prime doesn't do that, because Nate and OJ are like the streamers that stream the most frequently out of anybody that I know. I don't know why Nate doesn't also do the Streamlabs thing with the link. But I got like this offer the other day. I guess it's some kind of widget or gizmo or something that I just got to incorporate. I'll try to figure that out. But anyhow, did we ever get that 10th member? Michael Begley? Maybe Michael Begley. Yeah, it was a 10th. Cool. Tokyo Game Show reveal a lot of good games. Yeah. Santa Burger. Put a burger under the tree for me, 10,000 Noodles says. I'm eating at Las Palmas Mexican restaurant. That sounds good. I like, ouch. Ow, Peach. Ow. She's a dense dog. She gets this hard plastic toy and she shoves it into you, steps on it, like, I want to bring you my toy and have you experience how awesome my toy is, and let me chew it on top of your foot. And it's like, ow, dude, that hurts my toe. Because she's, 25 pounds of chunk. That's a lot of PSI. I'm just learning Streamlabs, and they have a lot of layouts that you could set up Yeah, Tabby Pits. I haven't experimented with the layouts too much, but that might be helpful. I'm sure it would be. Exactly, Jucky. I like to go to Nick Arcade and have Chinese food at a French restaurant. Oh, and a French restaurant. That's cool. He used to use Streamlabs, but switched to OBS. I asked. He said Streamlabs is definitely easier. I mean, I've been enjoying it so far. You got a 10,000 member. Out of love. Be glad she's not 60 pounds or Shepsky whacks your shins with his bones. Ugh, I could imagine. Tsukino Ame. Some people got to play Monster Hunter Stories 3. I want to play it now. True. The Male 518. Welcome to PGN White Belt. Heck yeah. Welcome on in. The Male 518. Getting your own membership that's not a gifted one. And also helping us get to $13 for the day. We're already making good progress to maybe giving out an eShop card today. Welcome, the Male 518. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining the community as a member. My dogs are 58 pounds and 59 pounds. Those are some big boys, big girls, big doggos. King Paco, Nintendo lover. Yeah, but you have to pay for Streamlab. Streamlab, you have to pay. Hold on, do I pay? I don't pay. I don't pay for Streamlabs. Yeah, it's free. I mean, maybe there's some service on that you have to pay for. I don't know. I have 2 pit bulls. One of them can legit jump the fence. It's a problem. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I mean, probably cool to see. Not cool to have happen, I guess. Next Wednesday is October. September. Blasted by. Membership is very cheap. Yeah. You can't complain with $1. I mean, it's free, right? But that $1 a month isn't too bad. As long as the entertainment is entertaining, then I guess the $1 a month isn't bad. When you look at it like, yeah, the shorts are free and stuff like that. Everything is, you know. Nobody owes anything or needs to give anything. But if you link it to, kind of cool to have a badge next to the name, drop some fun emojis and support and stuff, and it's cool. Then there's obviously different tiers, but yeah. But thank you. To everybody who's here, regardless. I appreciate it. Michael Gutmann, hey there. Pokemon Fan 34. Boys. Oh, boy dogs. Okay. That reminds me. You said boys, and that reminded me of The Boys. And that reminded me of Gen V. Gen V is back. Before I start Gen V, I have to finish up my last 1 or 2 episodes of Alien Earth. But yeah, Gen V is back. That's a good series. Well, that whole universe is good. Paul, are you excited for this week's and next week's games? I mean, I already got Hades 2 ready to go. I tried to play this morning. It wasn't ready yet, despite already being loaded. And then, since then, I saw on X Nintendo put up, play Hades 2 now. And I'm like, I'm about to stream now. I'll play later. I want to talk gaming with y'all first. You got Sonic Crossworlds, yeah. Lego Party. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. And Ghost of Yote. Yeah, I've got Mario, Ghost, Hades. Those are my 3 in this little 7-day period. Jeez, that's a lot. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, I want to own, but I might not necessarily play immediately because, I'll play it, but I probably won't be so engrossed with my time of oh, I'm pouring in hours every day into this because I've played them before, you know? But I imagine my kids, especially, will be playing Super Mario Galaxy 2, and that'll be a lot of fun to see them enjoy it. You passed on Hades 2 for us. That is beautiful. Yeah, 10,000 noodles. You're welcome. Gosh dang it. I could be playing Hades 2. I'm just kidding. I'm happy to talk. This is all fun. Hades 2 is going to get some of my time every day for sure. For sure. And Ghosts of Yote, I'm going to be playing that one in between also. Dang, that's some good stuff. Let's see. I never played Hades. I'm going to get the physical edition of Hades 2 in November. Should I pick up Hades 1 now or just skip it? Heck, I would pick it up, Michael Gutmann. Oof. I don't know how much it's on eShop for right now, but I'd pick it up. It's so freaking good. It's worth $25. I mean, it's worth a lot more than that, but if it's 25 or 20 or 15, whatever price it is, I gotta say I recommend it. It was my game of the year in 2020. And if you're going to wait 2 months for Hades 2, then I think that's a perfect time to like build up excitement for that one because you're enjoying the predecessor and then you'll just appreciate what they're doing that much more. It might be unlike anything you've played before. It was really fresh for me. I loved it. The Male 518, I am just paying for Super Mario Galaxy 2. Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. Actually, I did forget till right now. I said last time that I'm going to do it the next time. There, you just saw me do it. I said last time, like, I should announce on X when I am on YouTube streaming that, hey, I'm streaming. Come and join us. Because not everyone on YouTube and X in my audiences follow on both. Some follow on both, but many are just one. Let me see. What else we got in here? I have the Super Mario Galaxy from 3D All-Stars, so no point in buying the bundle. So you're just going to get a Galaxy 2 digital? Yeah. It's a small file to have. The cool thing about the capture card is you don't have to have faces or voices on when you stream. You can just do a game like I did 2 nights ago. That's cool. Is there a physical version of Hades 1? Yes, there is, Michael Gutmann. Oh, I don't know if it's so easily available, but there is. I'm checking it out for you on Amazon right now. Yeah, it's there. Mm-hmm. I've tried one game like Hades, and I am over 100 hours into it. I'm easily addicted to those types of games. It's scary. Yeah, they're good. Steak, 1024. Don't know if you talked about it. Oh, hold on, where am I? But what do you think of the random drop of Fire Emblem mobile game? And did you check it out yet? I checked out Fire Emblem, what was it, Warriors that it was called? Several years ago. Played that one a lot. But true, we got a brand new Fire Emblem game yesterday. I did not download it yet, but I should. I think that's a really cool drop. Michael Gutmann, Hades 1 is $6 on the eShop. Oh my gosh. If Hades is $6, that's as easy of a recommendation I could recommend to anybody. $6, get it. I hope we give it out today on stream. And speaking of, that might be a reality, Roger Enyart and Free Metroid Hat back-to-back $5 donations. First, Roger Enyart with the Bought Pac-Man World 2 repack and played the demo for Monster Hunter Stories 2. Loved it and also bought it on sale in the eShop, $20. Wow. Good to know about Pac-Man World 2. I hope you like it. I mean, my wife is a big Pac-Man World fan. Like, she likes Pac-Man also, like the actual Pac-Man game is Pac-Man game. But she really likes Pac-Man World. Like, that was one of her favorites back on the Nintendo GameCube. And I remember when we got married and we were playing on Wii U, she was like, do they have Pac-Man World here? No. But here we go. We've got Pac-Man World and Pac-Man World 2 repack on Nintendo Switch 2. So I'm hoping that they're fun titles because, like, now I get to buy that game, and if it's a good repacked version of it, then it'd be definitely worth getting. Big thank you, Roger, for that 5. You gotta let me know later on what you think of Pac-Man World, and pretty awesome that you got Monster Hunter Stories 2. That'll be a good one to play through leading up to Monster Hunter Stories 3, which looks amazing. And Free Metroid Hat, when you finish Alien Earth, let me know what you think of the ending. Oh, dang. I'll say I want to talk about it, but I haven't finished it yet. Because last night... What did we watch last night? It was Alien Earth or... Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. The Last of Us. That's season 2. We realized, like, hold on, we didn't finish this one episode. Let's rewind a little bit to refresh our memory and push play. Like, so many things came out. Like, Alien Earth came out that The Last of Us sort of, we stopped watching a little bit. Peacemaker Wednesday. But Alien Earth. Yeah, definitely. I'll let you know what I think of the ending. I'm excited. Because you said it's like a 10. That has to be hyped, Free Metroid Hat, that it's a 10 in your opinion? That's pretty big. Also, are you caught up on Peacemaker? Yes, I am. Oh, that ending. Did I tell you what happened last week with Peacemaker? Here I thought I was caught up. My wife and I were watching what we thought was the latest episode of Peacemaker on like Thursday or Friday. And I think it was episode 4. And we're like, oh man, we gotta wait another week. Well, at least it's like 6 or 5 days now because we're a day late. And then it's like, play episode 5 now. Wait, what do you mean now? Push play. I'm like, what? 5 now? Did they release 2 at once? Or did somehow we let like 8 days go by without watching 4? And then here we watched 4 thinking it was brand new, like hot off the presses, released today or yesterday. And no, it's like 8 days old. So we got to watch 4 and 5 back to back, boom, boom, like, oh, dude. And then 5 ended so freaking good. Like, oh, I don't want things to get messed up for Chris, but I know it's not going to work out well for him in the end. Probably in regards to a certain direction that I'd like to see his life move in. Because, it's like a dramatic character. And that means he has to go through a lot of junk, Damn. But I'm so excited for episode 6 tonight. And we got 6, 7, 8. 3 more. Oof. Thank you, Free Metroid Hat, for the $5. Thank you, Roger Enyart, for the $5. Big appreciation. Pokemon fan 34 reminding us, or letting us know, I guess, that we're up to 34 likes already. Very cool. Very cool. Dang, how did we pass 30 already? This is good. We've got 29 people watching. We didn't even push play on the Tokyo Game Show stuff yet. We got to do that. Let me see if I can catch up on some chats. JM Powers 83. I downloaded the Daemon X Machina demo last night and ordered the game today. That's okay. 10,000 Noodles Warriors come out and play. A little Ultimate Warrior reference. Let's see. Oh, that's where my gift card is going, Joycey J. Nice. For the Hades, correct? Didn't last time you check, Joycey, like you said it was at 15 or 20? Now evidently it's 6? So your gift card that you got from this channel isn't just covering some of it, it's covering the whole freaking thing. $60 for Hades physical, and I'm a physical collector, so I'm debating getting the digital or physical because physical is so much more expensive. You know, see, Michael Gutmann, that was exactly my dilemma. I'm a physical guy, and I'm like, if a game is digital for 60, physical for 70, I'll pay that $10 more to have that cartridge to not eat up 60 gigs on my hard drive. Okay. But an example, case by case scenario sometimes. I had the physical edition of Hades 2 pre-ordered at GameStop, and I'm like, oh, it's coming out in November, like 20th or something like that. $50. I know it's going to be worth it. Heck yeah. And I'm like, it's a month after Hades 2 digital. I can wait that month. I've got enough things. And then I saw yesterday, Hades 2 comes out tomorrow. So first of all, I was like, well, hold on. So it's not 1 month later for physical. It's 2 months later. It's 8 weeks later. I could still probably wait 8 weeks. But hold on. Dial it back. It's not 50 digitally or 40 digitally. It's 30. So there's a $20 difference. Whew. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. When you get digital from GameStop, it's 5% off. So it's not 30, it's $28.49. And then you got to factor in physical is $49.99 plus tax. So it ends up being like $54.80. So then all of a sudden you've got a difference of $28.50 and $54.80. It's $26.50 difference. It's almost double the cost. And it takes up 9.3 gigs. It is not the financially responsible thing for me to do, even as a physical collector, to say, I'm going to wait 2 more months to get it physically and pay practically double the price of the game instead of $28.54. $26 more to free up 9.3 gigs on my system and to have a box and a cartridge. I don't think that's the practical thing to do, not the responsible thing to do. So if, like for me, just getting the digital, I have it on my system now, and you better believe it, I'm going to play it now. To those that buy both physical and digital, way to go. Awesome support for the developers, you know? But there's no wrong in waiting for just the physical. That's fine. That's fine. There's no wrong in buying the digital. That's okay. But for me, I'm like, I was like, I got to switch to digital for this one, you know? Let's see. What else we got? Good Husbando, yeah. Pac-Man 2. Pac-Man World 2 is your favorite Pac-Man game. That's cool, Free Metroid Hat. Hey, the Great Wah. Welcome. Let's see what else we got in here. Has the Age of Imprisonment footage confirmed if the game is canon to the Zelda timeline? Javier, yes, it is. It is confirmed, and we're about to watch it. We're just having such a good time talking that I haven't had a chance to hit play yet. Here's hoping Nintendo aren't trolling the fandom with more non-canon fanfiction. They said it is canon. Last time on Peacemaker Z. You hear Peach? Yeah, she's down there. Richard Pauly. Hi, Paul. Thanks for the new membership gift. You're welcome, Richard Pauly. I want to say that was most likely from Roger Enyart, who has really helped out this month, boost up the membership. So chances are you might have got that from him. Yes, Peacemaker is on today. Let's see. Reading some more comments. Talking back and forth. OBS, Streamlabs. I've never played Forza before, but 6 being in Japan looks cool. Yeah. Okay. A lot of talking back and forth. Who here is getting Hades 2 or played Hades 1? Okay. Let's find out this question. I'm gonna start a little poll. A little poll. Are you getting Hades 2 physical, digital, both, or neither? Be curious. King Paco, Nintendo lover, how am I doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. J Biggs, I just buy digital. With that said, on my 1 terabyte SD Express card, I only have 466 gigabytes and only 29 gigabytes left on the system. Doesn't it get eaten up fast? Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not as knowledgeable about things, but I thought it would be cool to do something, even if it's talking while gaming, you know? Yeah, it'll be fun. Let's see. Paul used dark mode. Dark mode on what? On X? Twitter? X? I could try that. JM Powers are doing laundry. That's good. Doing laundry and listening to some gaming talk. That's a fun thing. That's a fun way to do the laundry, you know? I don't think Hades 2 is overpriced. I mean, I haven't played it yet, but judging from what well, actually, no, I did play it. I take that back. Based off of what I played at the April Nintendo Switch 2 experience in Los Angeles, it's not overpriced. The thing is badass. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. Okay. Do you want to watch this Resident Evil 9 Requiem footage on Nintendo Switch 2? This is coming from Rodrigo. We follow each other. We actually met. He's really cool, really nice guy. We met at the Nintendo Switch. No, not Nintendo Switch. We met at Summer Game Fest this past June. I was doing some footage recording, and then he came walking down the stairs saying, you know, like, 64 days until the Nintendo Switch Nintendo Direct. And he was documenting footage himself live to his own audience. And I was like, hey! And he's like, man, I love your content. I was watching all of the countdown footage. Thank you so much. He's from Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. And he's recording live as I'm recording my footage. I'm like, oh, my name's Rodrigo. I'm like, oh, I remember your name online. And da-da-da-da-da. He's like, I follow you, this. And yeah, so anyways, this is his footage right here. Let's push play. Let's check it out.
E isso aqui não parece ser gráfico pré-renderizado não, porque dá pra ver essa rendadinha ali e tudo mais, as texturas estão em alta qualidade. Isso aqui é rodando em tempo real.
So he's speaking in Portuguese,
Os reflexos nela, cara.
which I don't understand.
Ah, não.
But it looks like he's talking and pointing out the textures, the details in the model. This is in Engine 2, running on Nintendo Switch 2, shot in portable mode, so not even docked.
Olha o cabelo dela, cara. Honestamente, isso aqui tá incrível, tá perfeito. E lembrando que a gente não tá rodando em modo dock, não, tá?
But the level of fidelity is definitely there. It's definitely crisp. It's high res. The polygon model is legit. Eric Ortiz Castillo, Nintendo Switch 2 Resident Evil Requiem, 30 frames per second. Awesome.
Ela vai ter que ver pra se cortar. Eu não cheguei a jogar essa demo, tá? Então pra mim é a primeira vez aqui.
Don't cut yourself.
Ela cortou ali.
I do know we do get to more typical gameplay footage of, you know, like third-person camera walking behind and stuff like that.
Muito legal.
She could have broken both legs and the whole game would have been over right there. Boom.
Pra cá.
Game runs at 60 frames per second on PS5. That's cool.
O que ele fez comigo?
J Biggs watched DF find something wrong with this footage. Oh my gosh.
O Resident Evil 8 estava dublado, né? Então é muito
Look at this.
provável que o
I
Resident
could
Evil
care
seja
less
também.
if it's running at 30 or 60.
Se não me engano,
It's not a game that requires
essas anotações dela.
ultra fast twitch precision where every frame matters and being 1 pixel off because it's one little
Terceira pessoa.
piece this way or that way is going to be the end of all life itself because you missed shooting a zombie or something like that. If this game, which is a little bit of a slower paced game that will have some action scenes,
Primeira mão aqui pra você.
runs at a smooth 30 without going or a smooth 60 without going that's all I need.
Rodando em modo portátil,
Just keep it consistent.
é isso que a gente queria, meus amigos.
An occasional drop here or there at 60 or an occasional drop here or there at 30, I don't care, whatever. It's different than being constantly bogged down.
Tá piscando demais.
This is fantastic.
Pegar uma garrafa vazia.
It takes a certain kind of person to nitpick to the point where it makes them mad to find out something wrong with something like this. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Street Fighter 6 looks a little bit better on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. But I have to switch between my 3 HDMI ports on Nintendo Switch 2, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5 for that same game, Street Fighter 6, to really see the difference that if I'm just playing the Nintendo Switch 2 version, you don't get me complaining at all. Like, this looks gorgeous. This is brilliant. When I switch over to the other HDMI, because I've done it, where I've had all 3 games loaded up and I've just switched HDMIs to make that graphical comparison, then I'm like, oh, okay, I do see a little bit of the difference in fidelity that these other systems have over the Nintendo Switch 2 version. But does it make one bad? It doesn't make any one poor. It just means that the other two are a little bit more good. You know? It doesn't make one bad all of a sudden. Yeah. 30 frames per second. If it looks this good, I'm fine. And to be able to take it on the go, that's going to be awesome too. According to Rodrigo, he says, with some auto translation from Portuguese by Grok, that it's incredible. Impressive ray tracing makes the horror feel more real, even in handheld mode. Runs smoothly with 600p, upscaled by DLSS, above 30 frames per second, perfect for playing anywhere. Graphics have noticeable downgrades in textures and shadows? No, not the case. Some frames per second drops during intense moments? No, not the case. So in his play session, really solid. Even so, it's a horror show on Switch 2. The graphics and performance are super impressive. Definitely the definitive version for being hybrid. In docked mode on the TV, it should be on par with other versions. I only played in handheld mode. So, he's only played in handheld mode, but really solid impressions. And then look at this. You got, I mean, I shouldn't do what I'm about to do. So I'm going to do this so it's not like somebody's name. I'm going to be nice when I say it. Look at this one person's comments. 600p, 30 frames per second with drops in 2025. LOL. Like, that's a hater just to hate. That's such an ignorant, unnecessary, throwaway comment because it's totally diminishing the fact that the game is 600p by default But with the technology in the Nintendo Switch 2, you're not getting a 600p experience. DLSS, which is Nintendo's supercharger in the car, helps it get up to speed. Instead of using the engine's raw horsepower to get to 150 miles per hour, Nintendo Switch 2 has a little bit of nitrous that you could crank on to help you get to 160 miles per hour without burning the tank up necessarily. It's got a little different type of fuel source. And everything's going to have drops. But Rodrigo's saying not the visible, noticeable drops. Some people just want to hate. And some people can't comprehend that Nintendo Switch 2 isn't trying to be the biggest, most powerful home console tit for tat on the market today. It's a device this big, this thick, this tall, weighs a pound. You could take it anywhere you go, even though this is my iPhone. It's not a device this big, this thick, this tall, that weighs several pounds, that needs the TV and needs the plugs and all that stuff. They're different. They occupy the same space of technology and entertainment, and they're fighting for your dollar, but no one's expecting this to be more powerful than this. But pretty damn capable, pretty comparable, and portable. That's what Nintendo Switch 2 is about. People though, some folks, it's ridiculous. Let's see. Let me catch us up some comments. A lot of talk back and forth, very cool. Most of my days are grading, usually done after one. Okay, back and forth to each other, cool. I'm glad. Look at all y'all talking with each other. That's cool. I'm glad that there's a community thriving and friendships being made by people talking back and forth. 26 people watching now. A lot of talk back and forth, very cool. 38 likes. Dang, almost 40 likes already. Also very cool. Sometimes 30 frames per second is actually more cinematic and better for tension. I think Chronos is a good example. So even on my PS5, I would choose 30 frames per second. Many people are pathological about it. Competitive egos. Very true, Sketches of Harmony. Yeah, that's a big thing also. Yeah. Are we caught up? Playing Resident Evil 5 while you listen, then going to play Chronos. Cool. Okay with watching it again. Cool. The Great Wah. I should know this, Paul, but what is your favorite Nintendo franchise? Oof. It's kind of a two-way tie. One day I might pick one more than the other. The two that I'm referring to, it's Super Mario and The Legend of Zelda. Very different, very high quality. Mario is my first video game love, along with Street Fighter, basically right after that. And it was Mario and Street Fighter running parallel for years. I liked Zelda earlier, and I liked Metroid earlier, as well as Donkey Kong, Ninja Turtles, and Streets of Rage, Final Fight, X-Men, Mario Kart, Star Fox, Final Fantasy. Plenty of games. But what elevated my Zelda status was The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, where I was a big fan of Zelda prior, but I became a mega fan with that game, And, therefore, there's more years of being a mega fan in my overall life in Mario and Street Fighter than being a mega fan in Zelda. But now I've been a mega fan of Zelda and Mario for so many years that it's not like, oh, Mario predates Zelda by 13 years. How will you ever catch up? Now I've been gaming for like 39 years, you know what I mean? 38 years being a gamer. So now it's less of a percentage difference, even though Mario will always be earlier in my mega fandom than Zelda. It took Ocarina of Time very little time to become my favorite game of all time, even though I was already a bigger Mario fan up to that point, like liking Zelda prior, but bigger Mario fan up to that point. Zelda became my favorite game ever. And then as soon as Ocarina hit, going forward in life, it was Mario and Zelda like tied back and forth with every new release. You know what I mean? Some periods of time, I would say during the Nintendo GameCube era, Zelda beating out Mario. In the Wii era, kind of tough because you started off with Zelda, but then you had 3 big Mario games, 4 really, because you had Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Paper Mario, which played a lot like a 2D, Mario game, and Galaxy 1 and 2, and then you finished with Skyward Sword. Wii U, you got back and forth quality. Nintendo Switch, you got back and forth quality, but Breath of the Wild then topped Ocarina of Time as the best game ever for me. So I right now maybe I would say I'm a little bit bigger of a Zelda fan than Mario, but when you first asked me, my thought was maybe Mario a little bit more than Zelda. So, like, the more conversation I put into it, the more thought I put into it, I could steer myself into one direction more than the other, It would take a lot to really sink my teeth in and deep dive into which one do I like more? Like, put equal amount of thought into both so there's no confirmation bias, and then I would see which is my favorite overall. But they're equal in my opinion. Wow! Roger Enyart with the big 10 new memberships gifted to the community. Huge bonus thank you to Roger Enyart. Wow. Is it going to take a while for the 10 members to pop in again? I think so. It's looking like it. Are we running out of members on the channel? I know that's not the case. We've got like 5,600. So we're definitely not running out of members to give. But why is it taking so long? That's kind of interesting. And why is it not going by default to someone like the Great Wah, who is right here, right now, JM Powers, right here, right now, in the chat? Should it not go to YouTube? Thank you so much, Roger Enyart. Roger, I think you broke YouTube. Maybe he did. Maybe the man broke YouTube. Let's see. Mario is great for sure. At this point, I'm a bigger 3D Mario fan than 2D, which may be a minority view. I'm a bigger 3D fan of 3D Mario than 2D Mario, of 3D Zelda than 2D Zelda. Yeah, both 3D ones have topped me. But I still love 2D for both. Yeah. My favorites in this order: Super Mario World, Zelda, and Metroid. J Biggs, Mr. NY for Live, nice. Kong Donk, wow, yeah. JM Powers 83, YouTube is having a hard time branding right now. You might get one, we'll see. King Paco, Nintendo Lover. I gave my Donkey Kong away, not because I didn't like it. One of my family members wanted it for his birthday, and our nice uncle, I'll give it to him. That's cool. That's nice that you gave it. JG, laughing. Only 2 are showing? Yeah, weird, huh? I think there is some setting a person has to enable. I don't think I've done that. Interesting. I'll be back, Jam Powers, Tabby Pith, Follow Mike VR with 2. Hello, welcome, Mike VR. I'm glad that you're here also because I know you originally joined us for the first time through TikTok, and I'm not on TikTok right now. But at this point, you've already been a part of the YouTube side of things for a while now. So I'm happy to see you here. I'm happy to see that you're a regular part. Thank you so much for the €2, which I know is more than $2. I guess I could fix that, right? We could fix that. There we go. We broke YouTube. Never look a gift Roger in the mouth, but if you do, he'll keep gifting anyway. Who got 2 of these 10? Mikey, Live, The Boys, and Not Like. That's 2 of 10. The other 8, YouTube is having a brain fart. Very interesting. You could say here, Crazy Scoth, JM Powers 83, The Great Wah. Who else is in here right now that's gray? There are only a few in here that are currently gray. We almost... Eric Ortiz Castillo. There are only a few people in here that aren't a member at this point. Hey, YouTube. You don't have to look too much farther. Look right here. Man, thank you so much, Roger. You're making everyone on the channel green. That's kind of fitting for the 2-month badge, which is this one. I mean, I dropped the emoji version of it, but soon people are all going to be green. Well, people have to... That's the thing. People got gifted the membership. Will they continue their subscription? I don't know. Kong Donk. Dark mode is easier on your eyes. I'll have to look into that X setting in that case. Resident Evil 9 kind of looks like Chronos pacing. We'll see if it perks up with some RE4, 9, or RE4 or 5, 6 like stuff. Probably not that action oriented like 5 and 6, but will it pump up eventually? Maybe. King Paco, what is your favorite game, Paul? Favorite game? The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's what I thought. The Great Wa says, I think at this point, Xenoblade and Zelda are your favorites. I do love Xenoblade too. And I mean, Metroid, Star Fox, for as few entries that Star Fox has, I love Star Fox so much. Star Fox 64 in particular left such a huge impact in my life. I loved the heck out of it. That it's a top spot in my opinion as like one of my favorite IPs ever. That's why I want it so badly to succeed. Metroid and Donkey Kong, Xenoblade, Fire Emblem, Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tomb Raider. Not all of Tomb Raider, but Tomb Raider. I like quite a bit. Grand Theft Auto. Not necessarily all so much, but I do like the series. I like a lot of video games. I mean, there are a lot of good different franchises out there that if I didn't give something a try, I would be missing out. I mean, I guess you could count Spider-Man. You could count Ratchet and Clank. Wolverine looks good. That's not like a franchise necessarily. In gaming, at least. Well, you can... Well, there are a lot of different Wolverine games, but they're not all within like the same lineage of one another, you know. I have Wolverine for NES. Heck yeah, I mean, I have Wolverine. Just not the new one. Major booted me off the stream. That's not nice. JG, what's up? If I didn't say hi earlier. Roger, I see your comment earlier with the 40 likes that you noticed. So JG, that's why. Mario's great for sure at this point. I'm a bigger 3D. Okay. I think I'm caught up. I think there is some setting a person has to enable. I don't think I've done that. I'll be back. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. The Argonaut. So, Paul, how are you doing, and what are the Famitsu sales looking in Japan? Okay, we should probably get into the next topic, the Famitsu sales. Well, we'll do that. That's a good segue, because that is one of them today. Thank you for that question, the Argonaut. And I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're doing well. How are you today? Let me catch up to some chat real quick. If I win the $10, I would go to eShop straight up and buy a Hades one. Yeah, hey, you should. I want somebody to explain me what they like about Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong? He's a big gorilla. Gorillas are awesome because they're strong and intelligent. And if you've ever gone to a zoo and looked at one in the eyes, you know there's a level of depth and complexity that they're looking at you, you're looking at them. It's like they're telling you their life with their soul. And Donkey Kong represents that. But he's silly and funny. So he has all the power in the world, but he's just a silly, fun-loving guy who loves bananas. And his games are fun because they have amazing music. And he's got an awesome tie. And in Bonanza in particular, Pauline has got a great voice. And she could sing. And there are good songs. Catchy music. The game's got reference, throwbacks to classic Donkey Kong characters. Beautiful islands, different types of visuals. A whole franchise worth of quality in gameplay. In the draw to collect. Expertly balanced gameplay that's tough and challenging, yet infinitely rewarding when you get better at it. Boss fights that stick with you. Enemies that are drawn so nice that they have an imprint in your mind for years. That's why Donkey Kong is awesome. Tabby Pitt says, Zelda and Fire Emblem are your absolute favorites. Did you like Three Houses? I mean, I'm guessing, of course you had to. Pokemon Fan 34. Pokemon Fan. Pokemon, LOL, yeah, I thought so. Tsukito Ame, Animal Crossing. How about Starlink? Pecostrill, Starlink? I like Starlink. If you mean the Ubisoft one, that was good. Shoulder workout is starting to help some. Husband said he noticed a difference when rubbing shoulders last night. Very cool, Tabby Pits. By the way, that's a reminder. I'm going to make a video soon. I'll put it on the overall channel, but then later on it will be, you'll see what it is. It'll be for October 1st is coming up. Let me know what would you like for October, and I will custom make a video for this upcoming month to address a few areas, right? And that'll go out to all the brown belts. I'm glad though, Tabby. That's good to know. That's good to know. Nobody needs that pain, and if this is helping you, then that's awesome to hear. and you've been doing the squat exercise with the punches and blocks you did on the stream one day. Hey, extra cool too. Worry wart. Off topic, but what do you think about Wolverine? I thought that trailer was fantastic. I put up a reaction video on my channel. I don't mind watching it again with all of you. We definitely could do that. You fell in the dryer, JM Powers. What the heck? Oh, hope you're okay. And I met the underpants gnomes. Oh my gosh! They threw underpants at me and started biting you. That's crazy. I have a love-hate with 3 houses. I love the story, hate the slow process of classes, but I get the reasons behind it. Lady Edelgard. That was my jam. You really think Fortune's Weave is a prequel? Yeah, it could be. It could be. Okay, we're caught up. Let me read this chat real quick, or this poll. 41% of you are getting Hades 2 physical, 17 digital. Both? Nobody. Neither? Also 41. Okay. Okay. Let's get into the Famitsu sales, yeah? So, the following are the Famitsu sales that are coming out of Japan. This represents physical sales data only for the time period of September 15th to September 21st. Okay? The best-selling piece of software for the week in Japan is, or was, Mario Kart World for Nintendo Switch 2 with 33,000 copies. In second place, and worth noting, in second and third place, is Trails in the Sky First Chapter for PS5, followed by Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch. 21,511 PS5, 21,453 Nintendo Switch. Not bad seeing the much older Nintendo Switch sell just 500 copies less. Sorry, no. Less than 100 copies less than the PlayStation 5 version. Like 58 or something copies less. Pretty darn good. In fourth place is Donkey Kong Bonanza with 11,300. In fifth, Castlevania Dominus Collection at 9,500. That's on Nintendo Switch. In sixth is Demon Slayer for Nintendo Switch with 7,100. Seventh is Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar with 6,000. In eighth, Minecraft for Nintendo Switch, 5,700. In ninth place, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the game that's over 8 years old on Nintendo Switch, that people say, doesn't everyone own it yet? No, they don't. There are over 100 million people in Japan. There are only 35 million Nintendo Switch owners in Japan. Clearly not everyone has it yet. It's still got room to grow. And then in 10th place, the Quintessential Princess for Nintendo Switch with 5,000 copies sold. Overall, you've got 7 of the top 10 are Nintendo Switch, 2 on Nintendo Switch 2, and 1 on PlayStation 5. That is the top 10 in software. In hardware, in first is Nintendo Switch 2 with 40,711 units. In second is Nintendo Switch with 16,612. In third is PlayStation 5 with 8,384. You got double the PlayStation 5 one. That is what Nintendo Switch has sold. It's not like that every week, but it is worth seeing. Gosh, this old system, more often than not, sells about as well or better than PS5. Then you've got Xbox Series in fourth with 395, and PS4 last with 18, which is kind of like the 3DS for a while and how 3DS was still selling. Very impressive. For the year, Nintendo Switch is at 1.1 million in Japan. PS5's at 621,000. Xbox Series at 25,000, PS4 at 853, Nintendo Switch 2 in the lead, despite only being out for 3 months, 2,065,000. Also worth noting, Nintendo Switch just hit 36 million units in Japan. Wildly impressive. Sketches of Harmony forgot to vote in the poll. That's okay. Which one are you getting, Sketches, if anything? Tabby Pits, arm strength would be nice. Okay. Okay, I've got a good one for you, Tabby. I'm gonna give you 2, and we'll see if either one works for you better than the other. Or maybe 3. I mean, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a variety, Tabby, for the arm strength. And it's good that I know, because as I know a little bit more about you, and when I know somebody's specific conditions, or I see that, this is what I'm working with, this person has this injury or this impairment, or this is the preference, or this is what your goal is, I can start to cater the exercises more towards you. You know what I mean? In general, I have good exercises, but then, like I said, that's the personal approach, is I'm making something that's like for you. And then everybody else in the brown belt community will also have access to that, as you will to their requests. So it's just going to become a big collection of juicy material for people to have, to help strengthen up their bodies and just have more and more. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so arm strength. I got you, Tabby Pits. Yeah, I mean, you told me right now. I mean, so whether you respond or not to the other video later on, that's cool, but I know now. Arm strength. Gotcha. King Paco, Nintendo Lover. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to go play baseball, and I'm going to be on Twitch and on YouTube. Hey, have fun playing baseball. That's pretty sweet. Enjoy it. Only 35 million people bought the OG Switch in Japan. 36 million now. Where did it sell the best? North America. Jam Powers. Nintendo Switch still kicking. Yep. David Patterson, hi there. It could hit 160 million. Yes, it will, Pokemon Fan 34. It will. Switch Lite will always be worth having, even just for a portable NSO on the go. Yeah. What about that Wolverine game coming 2026? We could watch that. The Cringe Prophet. Hello, PGN in chat. Is there Americas and European sales as well, Paul? Yeah, there are. It's not as regularly updated for us, but yes, it exists. Not into Hades. I don't do occult kind of games, but sure, it's my kind of gameplay anyways these days. Sketches of Harmony. I don't know if there's a Hades demo. If you're not sure you'd like it, a demo would help. Maybe it wouldn't convince you, but a demo would just be nice to try. But if you know, like, no, that's not my kind of thing, then you get something else, Tabby, love it, 100% worth it, thank you. Is that in regards to the workout? If so, awesome to hear. You're welcome. I'm so happy to hear that. I think we're caught up. Okay. I guess we could do... one of two things. Tabby Pits, it sure is. Excellent. That's good. Health is wealth, It might sound very biased for me to say this, because you're like, I guess we could do... Well, of course I'm going to say it's worth it, but not in a way of like, not acknowledging people's money, because I'm very conscientious of folks' money and hard work, you know? But as objective as I can be, I think that your own physical health and well-being is more important than just entertainment. Entertainment is super important because it gives you that smile, it gives you that boost of energy, that bit of happiness. It does well for the mental. A little bit of escapism once in a while is fine. Having a good community, especially in a world where online kind of distances us from in-person interactions, but also gives you the opportunity to communicate and befriend folks that you wouldn't have otherwise met. There's a lot of good that comes out of video gaming, a lot of good that comes out of entertainment, you know? But getting more in tune with yourself physically, improving your balance, increasing your bone density, fighting off against osteoporosis, preventing arthritis from kicking in, losing fat, building muscle, gaining flexibility, balance, reducing your resting heart rate, improving your VO2 max, increasing that rich oxygenated blood that travels throughout your body, opening up your airways, learning something new by studying exercise and doing those things. Gosh dang, that's tremendous. And it doesn't cost a lot to learn a lot, right? I think the amount it costs to learn that is like this much, but the amount of benefit that it does to your body and your mind is this much. And if you have a healthier body and a healthier mind, guess what? You get to enjoy the video games more because you live longer. Dude, I want to live to 108. I want to play Zelda and Mario and Street Fighter and Final Fantasy and Mortal Kombat and Splatoon and Fire Emblem and Metroid and Donkey Kong and Star Fox for another 66 years. I don't want to kick the bucket in 40. I want to live another 60. For my wife, for my kids, but also because I want to play games for longer too, you know? So if you stay healthy, and if a little part of that staying healthy is $10 a month to keep motivated into exercising and learning new exercises, shoot, I think that's worth it. Again, you could say, well, I'm biased. But even looking from the outside in, I think it's pretty technically sound. It's not a financial thing, it's a well-being thing. And it means a lot mentally. Good, Tabby Pits. It's an awesome approach to have, you know? It gives you your confidence back. Excellent, Tabby Pits. Yeah, you know, what you're doing for yourself, like, yeah, you get the physical benefit of knowing that you get the physical evidence of, my muscles feel a little bit stronger. Ooh, I have a little bit of pain relief. Oh wow, that line looks kind of nice when I flex. Oh shoot, walking up the stairs was a little bit easier. All those things are so badass, they're amazing. But the mental thing is like, I'm doing some good for myself. I'm happy that I'm improving. This is where I get emotional. And this is the other side of me that's not the normal video game side. Not many video game things are going to get me teary-eyed, but like what you're saying is making me happy on a different level because I've had many clients over the years that have been impacted very, very positively in some life-changing ways that some folks kind of about to give up almost, or their physical detriment is so massive that, you know, in being a professor and being a trainer and getting to impact people in a positive way is like, that's doing a lot of good. So the fact that you're saying stuff like that, like, "I'll give you your confidence back" and stuff, yeah, that's good. You're getting what I was hoping that you would get out of it. You know, there's a lot of good too. A little bit of exercise and stuff. You know, I mean, I'd be happy with 90s, but not 108. YouTube sometimes glitches out, but it still shows. For the poster, try refreshing your post. Would be interesting to extrapolate what Switch 2 sales would be worldwide based off a percentage using a known number of Japan sales and US sales at a given time. I could probably do that, Brian C. I can tell you that it's over 8.6 million. I know that as of like towards the end of August. My assumption is that since it hit 8.6 towards the end of August, that it must have hit 9 by mid-September. So I think I could fairly confidently say you've got to be looking at over 9.2 right now. But the 8.6 plus is fact. The over 9.2 is educated guess. JG, Paul is spitting facts. 100% stay active and add years to your life. Yeah. Sorry, I was watching old wrestling clips. That's okay. Motivation to truly start exercising is the hardest part. I Byzantium. That's what Tabby Pitts and I are kind of talking about. Not that I'm having a conversation one-on-one, but Tabby Pitts is a part of the brown belt tier in this community, and every month I put up exercise videos for the brown belt tier, and each member in that brown belt community asks for advice to hit this part, this shoulder, this glute, this arm, this elbow, this ab, oh, this lower back pain, bump, 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 oh, martial arts, bump, bump, bump. And it's a fun, friendly community that we have here, so you know that the folks that I'm talking to are other people like you. So the best way to be motivated is you're already part of this community. You want to get some more exercise with me and this community. And then you all motivate each other. And then like that's what Tabby is experiencing. And that's what I recommend everyone kind of do, you know? I mean, look at Peach over here. Peach is a part of the community, and all she does is lick ears. That's how she stays healthy. My ears are a great source of vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And PGN. And PGN. Not gonna lie, I've had moments of F it. Nothing I was doing was helping. I'm glad that you gave this a shot. David Patterson, yes, exercise is key to staying healthy. Paul is right. I just quit smoking cigarettes 4 months ago, approaching 5 months. Cold turkey. Oh, cold turkey I know is not an easy thing to do, so good for you. If you're in pain after lifting weights and the pain lasts for a few days, what does that mean? If it's muscle pain, JM Powers, that means you broke down the muscle fibers and they are taking their time to grow back together, to be stronger, to make that task easier to complete next time. And it just means that you're a little bit of out of practice using those muscles and you're just regrowing. There's also a bad kind of pain after lifting weights if you pulled something or overdid something, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully your pain is just muscle pain. You and me, tables, ladders, chairs, and bricks match. First to let me come out unhurt is the winner. Ha ha ha. You said you were gonna insert pay-per-view. Wow. I'm so happy to see the Poogies are back in Monster Hunter Stories 3. Poogies are cute. Motivation, the hardest part. Boom, boom, boom. Peach, yeah, oh, Peach making the people. My beagle goes straight for the mouth and ears. My voice kiss me all over. Oh my gosh. Ears are a part of her complete balanced breakfast. Yeah, that's true. My husband quit 7 years ago. He said cold turkey was the only way to do it. Good for him. Okay. We're all caught up. We're almost at 50 likes. We've got 31 plus people watching at any time. So we're looking good. We've got a healthy stream going. Okay. We went over the Resident Evil footage. We went over the Famitsu sales data. Would you like to go and watch the Wolverine trailer from yesterday or look at Hyrule Warriors out of Tokyo Game Show? There's a lot. I'm going to put up a poll. Let's see what you'd all like to watch next. Sketches of Harmony. Wolverine is violent and bloody. For your information, for anyone sensitive. True. We will run a little bit of a warning ahead of time. Fortunately, it only occupies a little chunk of the screen, so you gotta stick your thumb over it, kind of. Sosa Ribeiro, acting. What about acting? Do you like acting? Are you an aspiring actor, or are you an actress or something? Welcome, though, Sosa Ribeiro. But I don't know the context of your comment. Wolverine was so bloody. Yeah, it was. It was good. I mean, it was cool. Ooh, 56% of the chat is going Wolverine. I got Hyrule Warriors right here. I have GameSpot's footage. We could watch it from anywhere. Ah, I could see over on X. We're working here. Tabby and Aurora. Oh, Aoharu, Truth. Do this daily, please. Yeah, I'm gonna like it myself. He didn't say bub. He didn't say bub. He didn't say bub. That's true. Thank you for the reposting and the commenting. Genki played Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment on Switch 2. Switch between 3 characters on the battlefield. Runs very well. Looks like 60 frames per second, but not sure. Crisp, clear graphics. You could use Zonai parts for special ability attacks. Stylish tag team specials. Lots more enemies on screen. Button combo prompts displayed. More and improved Hyrule Warriors is great. Game looks great. Yes, there is Hyrule Warriors footage. That's why I put in the poll. Looks like Wolverine's winning. Actually, ooh, it's 50-50. Let's get to 50 likes. Yes, Pokemon Fan 34. Let's get to 50 likes. Is he 5'10" like the cartoon, do you reckon? I think Wolverine's like, what, 5'3"? He's short in comic book canon. 5'3" or 5'6". Why am I having a hard time thinking his height? I want to say 5'3". Hugh Jackman, I think, is 6'2". Wolverine's short. You know what? How tall is Wolverine canon? Let me look that. 5-3. I was right. 5-3. Yeah. $5.10. No, I mean, I guess even in the X-Men cartoon series, whether it was the Fox Kids one or the Evolution one, even though he was shorter than Cyclops and stuff like that, he didn't look like 5'3", you know? Yeah, he doesn't look like 5'3" in the game either. He'll probably be a little bit shorter than some other characters, but they're probably going to make him like 5'9"-ish or something. 5'9" maybe. Too late to change my vote from Wolverine to Hyrule Warriors, lol. I thought we were just going to watch the trailer and talk about it. I didn't realize there was actual gameplay. There is actual gameplay. There's a lot of gameplay footage coming out of TGS. Your wife had a stroke in 2018 from working too much, but also not taking care of herself at the age of 30. She is 36 now. She's trying to do better. That's good, David Patterson. He was tiny in the 90s cartoons. That was good. Is it really locked at 50-50? 50%? I'm going to get both ready to go. Sign in to confirm age. Oh, jeez. I'm not on mine. Okay. Well, we have Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment gameplay to look at, or Wolverine trailer. We could do both. It's kind of just a matter of what order, I think. Play them both. 50%. Exactly even. Wow. I suppose that since we're so even, but that Wolverine is the shorter one, 50%. We'll just do Wolverine first. 38 people watching now, 44 likes. If you are sensitive to blood, violence, since my screen is this big, and since the Wolverine footage that we're about to watch is this big, just stick your thumb over it for the next 1 minute and 46 seconds. Ready? Let's go.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
So cool.
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me.
He looks short enough, but not 5'3" short. I'm gonna go with like, this looks like maybe a 5'8" model or something like that. I don't know. But I think they did a great job. I'm excited to go to Japan. I'm excited to go to Canada. We got Omega Red in here. We got Mystique in here. We got Sentinels. Woo!
Just not for me. Because I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
Ah! PC will do a 5'3" mod one day. Yeah, probably I could see that. Whew, that was cool. That was cool. That was a fun one to react to. Let me see. Let me see how my reaction is doing to it. "160 people have watched that one." I mean, I'm sure that there are plenty of reaction videos out there for Wolverine. But yeah. So that's Wolverine there. Probably something like a November 2026 release date. It's coming fall. November would make it a really good spot, depending on what else is out and depending on if they're ready or not for like that pre-Black Friday spot. No, Troy Baker isn't voicing Wolverine. You could pull off Wolverine as a Halloween costume. You just need a fake cigar, leather jacket, and some claws. Yeah, Steak 1024. I mean, while I've got the beard going, I just gotta shave the mustache and part of the goatee part. My hair is not long, but it doesn't have to be long. It's long enough that I could the sides up. I could go for a Wolverine. You thought I was gonna say stick the thumb in the eye? No. That's pretty funny. Paul Gale doesn't age 10,000 noodles. Well, I'd like to think that. Thanks. Hyrule Warriors. Yeah, we're gonna play Hyrule Warriors right now. X-Men cartoon. The characters were off model, so height was never consistent. X-Men Sentinels were like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park for me as a kid. I legit had nightmares. Wow, that's pretty crazy. You're the older of three, Tabby Fitz. So you got some humor. It's funny how we never got to see Claws do anything in the cartoon. Quite the opposite now. I mean, now, forget about it. Humans, blood, you're out of there. And the cartoon, mostly against machinery, right? Sentinels. Climbing. Everyone here are my friends. Exactly. Gambit was always your favorite. Yeah. Gambit was cool. He was awesome in the cartoons. Wolverine's going to be great. A beard looking fire, Paul. Keep it growing. Will do. Legend says that beneath Chuck Norris's beard is another of Paul Gale's fists. It might be. It might be true. I don't know. Okay. Well, we ran the poll. I guess we could end the poll. And we could just hop into Hyrule Warriors, right? Let's do it. This is courtesy GameSpot.
I got to play a small slice of the newest Zelda Warriors game, Age of Imprisonment. And while it was brief, one thing is for sure. I thought it was damn good. So after 20 minutes of hands-on time, I've got 5 key takeaways for you. One is that this game is canon. Age of Calamity was pretty wishy-washy with the alternate timeline stuff, but this time in Age of Imprisonment, they're going all in, and making everything you see in this game, according to Nintendo, true to the mainline story. We all know what happens in the end with Ganondorf, but there are of course a lot of questions about what happened before and after. 2, because this is a canon Zelda Warriors game, now I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the rest of the character roster, because what I saw from just Zelda, Rauru, and Minoru alone, it was so good. 3, unique skills replace your Sheikah slate. It's split up into 2 direction-specific special moves and 2 pieces of Zonai equipment, and these can destroy weak point gauges or counter specific attacks. Really satisfying to pull off a counter when done correctly. 4, Sync Strikes really change up the strategy, not just because it's a powerful attack that requires 2 characters, but it's because it needs 2 character and the nature of Musou games that require you to divide and conquer the map, making you strategize when your characters should work together or go separately along the map. Really cool. And 5, Rauru is just SSJ3 Goku. changed my mind. During my time with Age of Imprisonment, we got to head underground with Rauru, Minoru, and Zelda. Zelda mentions that this is her first.
I want to pause right here. Well, for two things. One, for a Metroid hat, we need Gambit and Rogue together in live action. And Watermelon, who said, love watching you on the bus. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having fun. Mario Master, also hi there. And David Patterson, yeah, keep the beard. Winter is around the corner, and I'm sure it doesn't snow in California. In parts it does. But maybe a little chilly. Your beard will keep your face warm and protected. Yeah. I want to say, on this part, this is such a cool looking part. I don't know if he's going to show it in his demo. If not, I might look for other footage. But you remember that first trailer that we saw of Age of Imprisonment? Now, we probably didn't watch it together. No, we didn't, because I wasn't live streaming my reaction. I just did a reaction video to it. But I was speculating, when we saw that camera angle behind the scenes, third-person perspective of Princess Zelda, and she's walking in the grassy field, and you've got Rauru up ahead, Minoru. You've got these, characters up ahead of Zelda, but the way the camera looked, I was like, is this a cutscene that turns into gameplay of just us walking around? Because then it starts to feel more like a Zelda game. Hyrule Warriors titles are so fast, where though they do have story elements in it, there aren't a whole lot of stop, walk, just kind of enjoy the scenery, full 360 environment before you're getting into the meat and potatoes, which is the action. We've got to fight. We've got to hack and slash. Here, though, we saw when they take that hot air balloon down into the depths, it confirmed that earlier thought of mine. No, the game's just going to have some also, at least some component of walk around, explore, kind of chill parts. And I'm looking forward to that. Let's continue.
Minoru explains that the depths have multiple sites of sacred power, and she's been collecting constructs for her research. She wasn't able to investigate the depths on her own until Zelda and her powers of light came along to give them a good old beatdown. Each character, of course, has their unique style, with Zelda slashing with a strange yellow Zonite sword and light projectiles, Rauru with spear and beam attacks, and Minoru with a bunch of contraptions cobbled together from Zonai equipment. I felt right at home plowing through little frogs, and constructs as someone who played a lot of Age of Calamity. But even those with some experience with any Musou game will likely find this easy to pick up. From the first game, you still have your regular and strong attack combos, dashes, flurry rushes, guarding, weak point smashes, gathering materials for crafting, the whole shebang. Attacks are flashy, have massive AoE, and are always fun to dole out. Where it really changes in Age of Calamity is through the R button menu and unique attacks. Changed up from the Sheikah slate, unique attacks with the Y or X buttons are character-specific attacks that can counter specific moves. The Y version counters opponents dashing towards you, such as a construct's forward lunge pulled straight out of tears. The Y version counters opponents dashing towards you, and the X version counters aerial or jumping attacks, such as the Frox's leap attack. These attacks can be used on their own for extra damage, but hitting these specific counters seems much more worthwhile with an extra follow-up at the end. These attacks have a cooldown, just like before with the successful use of the Slate ability. The interesting thing though is that the A and B versions on the same menu are customizable Zonai equipment, each with specific properties that are changeable in the D-pad right menu. This lets you change your loadout on the fly depending on what the enemy's weaknesses are. However, the Zonai equipment uses Zonai batteries which need to be replenished, so it can't be spammed forever. The cool thing about this equipment though is that it can be dropped and attacks without your input, which can really help out dish out the damage. No friendly fire by the way, so you won't burn yourself alive with the flame emitter. Enemies also have weaknesses that carry over from Tears of the Kingdom, such as Frox eating bombs, weak shots to the eye, or attacking its backside ores. So if you played Tears of the Kingdom, you'll have a leg up on the general idea of how to take on what you're up against. Sync attacks are the biggest game changer in my opinion, because in Age of Calamity, most characters were solo ventures attacking different points on the map. But sync attacks are so powerful that having two characters working together to plow through an enemy quickly to save time makes you reconsider where to send units to keep them together or separated. These attacks are slow to charge, so you'll have to unleash them strategically. Each sync attack pair-up is completely varied, from multi-directional beams you can control, or a completely alternate form such as Mineru's powered-up construct, making some probably worse or better in some situations. Just thinking about the final possible roster for this game and designing an interacting sync attack across all characters sounds like a very daunting task, but one I'm looking forward to. I also played on Switch 2, and as a Musou game notoriously known for being chaotic with lots of things going on, performance had absolutely no issues throughout my run. This is promising since Age of Calamity did hitch a bit on the previous gen tech. While the preview was fairly short with a little teaser at the end, I got a pretty good idea of how good Age of Imprisonment feels. And it feels damn good. I think the fact that this game already has good legs, and it has yet to show me the characters I really want to see, just makes me more excited for its release on November 6th this year.
My daughter was diagnosed.
That's really cool. Gosh, there's more footage. I saw some footage of the game that I wouldn't mind looking for again. Because it's like 10 minutes long. This is a little bit of what I was talking about. You see how you're just walking around as Zelda? And right now it feels like you're playing a Legend of Zelda game. Right now it feels like, oh, this is... This might as well be Tears of the Kingdom, you know? This isn't the 10-minute footage that I stumbled upon earlier, but this is basically what I was talking about. See, this looks different than what you're used to experiencing in past Hyrule Warriors games. The cinematography used is more akin to, 3D Zelda as of late. I was reading the comments earlier, by the way. And yes to Rogue and Gambit. Yes, Age of Imprisonment, a demo would be great. Yes, I recommend watching the Deadpool movies. Yes, more Gambit is always a good thing. Yes to good parenting and how it is very important. Just different comments that I was picking out earlier. More comments, or not comments, but more photos. Yeah. I think we're in for a treat, you know? I mean, I love Zelda, so count me in anyways, but the fact that the game is looking so good, is being spoken about so positively so far, dang, that just really makes me happy. Tears of the Kingdom left, Age of Imprisonment right. It seems they will be recreating every cutscene. And could we ask what your name is? Good observation. If the game is going to truly serve, which Nintendo says it is, if the game is going to be, a full-on prequel, canon story to Tears of the Kingdom, it's going to have to use cinema scenes to have this Zelda going in the past, etc., etc. I hope they don't forget Breath of the Wild's existence, though, because you could play up the Tears of the Kingdom aspect so much that you forget that, hey, a few years earlier, this thing called Breath of the Wild happened, which obviously the characters wouldn't refer to it as that, but, you know, Calamity Ganon came out of the castle, and we used the Divine Beasts, and then we put them back in, and then more negativity came out, and Ganondorf came back, etc. Like, talk about that too, and make it work. That, well, why wasn't Princess Zelda the dragon flying around the whole time during Breath of the Wild? I'm pretty stoked though. See, this is the original thought. This is gameplay. Nah, this person even says it. Yeah. When I saw this shot in that first trailer, I was like, dude, we're going to get to play. We're playing like this. This is awesome. This is exploring a 3D Zelda game as Zelda. Not just playing in Hyrule Warriors, but this is playing as Zelda in a 3D Zelda game. Echoes of Wisdom was fun. Liked it a lot. Playing as Zelda in past Hyrule Warriors games was fun. But this feels like we're playing as Zelda in a 3D Zelda game, you know? My brother asked me last night if I'd seen the Deadpool and Somebody movie. I had to tell him my last movie in theaters was Finding Nemo. That's my older brother. I need to share more. Wow. Finding Nemo was the last time you've been in theaters? So you didn't go for Mario movie? Will you go for the Mario Galaxy movie? I wonder if their hero of the time wasn't created as much as a dormant spirit. Paul, the cool part is playing as the hero construct. Yeah. Show the scene where he's ace combating all over the place. Yeah, I think that was from that second trailer, right? Could try to find that. Playing as Zelda in Smash Bros. Is fun too. 10,000 Noodles, not a Mario fan? Oh, okay. It's cool to see just how much graphics have progressed. You know, it's also really exciting. For as much as I love Zelda, there's nothing quite like a Zelda game. I'm stoked for Age of Imprisonment, but when we get to see the next 3D Zelda, it's just gonna blow us all away, you know? That's gonna be the real deal. I mean, this is the real deal too. But you know, Zelda game's a little bit different than a Hyrule Warriors, but they look like they're putting in a lot of effort. Age of Imprisonment I thought was terrific. They put a lot of effort into that one, as they did with the original Hyrule Warriors. Will they have some attempt at making this game work with Skyward Sword and stuff? And just what will they do? I've got to know. I wonder if this is the 10-minute footage one. No,
They have
this
found
isn't.
us. Who found us? The undead.
Oh, this is.
power, the true potential of sync attacks,
Okay, this
zonai
isn't the one that I
items,
saw
and
earlier.
much
That one
more
was
has been
not
revealed through
dubbed
Tokyo
over.
Game Show at first gameplay that was previewed first by GameSpot,
I watched a little bit of it.
also then by IGN Japan, which showed the whole thing unedited, and that's exactly what we're going to go over. Because you have, for example, most importantly, from a lore perspective, the investigation of the sites of sacred
10,000
power.
noodles. You like Mario,
when
just not the
Zelda
games.
and Raru
Jam
are
powers.
attacking the Captain
one you saw
Construct
was
3,
Simpsons
level
movie.
3
That was a
here, we
while
can see
ago.
that at sites of sacred power,
You're doing some
Zelda and
Mario,
Raru's
but your
unique
brother was too
skills have
busy.
shorter cooldown times. It very likely ties, both in the case of Princess Zelda and King Raru, to Goddess Hylia. And since this is a canon game,
wish Joyce
which was
J and you
reiterated
got to
by
write the story for next
GameSpot,
Zelda.
we're gonna see more and more connections. The Japanese side of things showed us the title screen, backside or courtyard of the first Hyrule Castle, and we all know what happens here with the secret stones in Tears of the Kingdom. Then we have a quick look at the new loading screen, very similar to the one that we saw for Tears of the Kingdom. It seems like they will not have those retellings using
sorry
the
to hear
loading
that,
screens
David
to tell the
Patterson.
stories. It seems
I just read a comment. I know you're talking amongst each other, but I see that you lost your mom in 2016. Yeah. That's not something that I'm looking forward to, you know. Fortunately, my mom and dad are still here. I'm thankful every day for their continued life, their well-being. I'm sorry to hear about your loss, David. I hope, you know, for what it's worth, that, you know, you've got plenty of beautiful memories of your mom. Lots of photos, videos. Just in general, you could see her in your mind, and you could, you know, see pictures and stuff like that to keep those thoughts and those memories strong and with you, and hold on to the positivity and the happiness that, you know, comes with those times, and that stays with you always, you know, that you never forget, never lose that. But hope you're okay. And I hope this place, you know, though it's not a place where everybody is, you know, gathered around to primarily talk about losses and stuff, what it is a fun community of, you know, good people that are all around gaming and entertainment that happen to like each other and be cool. So kind of with it comes good vibes given to each other. So that's good. So I hope you get some positivity out of the community. You know, sometimes a good distraction, or sometimes even if it is talking about a tough subject, it's like someone to hear you, you know, which is also good. Taught you not to be selfish about life. Yeah, your mom's the only pillar you have yet to lose. 10,000 noodles. Frustrating and amazing at the same time. David, that's why you're here. My grandma died in my arms in 2014. She was 95. She was a second mom to me. What a beautiful life, though. 95, that's an awesome age. Because my dad did not want me in his life. It's hard, but I know she lives with me every day. Yeah, it's Tsukino Ame. 2014, dang, that's some time ago. Hopefully, you know, like David, hopefully in your mind, Tsukino, you've got your grandma with you, you know, holding on to those memories. Yeah. Life is beautiful. Life is wonderful. Life is also tough when our loved ones go, you know.
it's like it's gonna be Sonia. She wields the sword that is a
Emma's still here,
castle
David.
that we have seen now from quite amount of perspectives. For the rest of this, I will just be commenting as we go through the gameplay. So we see they're using a balloon with a flame emitter, typical example of Ultra Hand, like a transition, a little bit of the loading screen as we see. Zelda using the torches here, along with two Hylian soldiers. As she's descending down for the first time into the depths, she didn't know
The Great
about
Wall.
this place, and it's her first
I'm
time
sorry to hear
investigating
that about your
Raru's.
dad. Something different altogether, you know. But yeah, reading that, The Great Wall, that is tough because, you know, I don't know if your mom's around still, but I hope that your mom has been able to meet your wife and kids. But yeah, you know, not having your dad be able to meet them, that's sad because, you know, your kids want to see or meet or learn who their grandpa is. Hopefully you've got photos, videos of your dad and could show them, like, say we stood at this same spot that we're standing now. Recreate like that kind of thing could be kind of special or fun, or look, I don't know, something fun like that could be a cute thing to do. Could bring apart a certain type of sadness at the same time as peace and comfort, you know, sort of a mixed bag. Yeah. Tsukino saying, I am so sorry for your loss. Hugs, I hope you found a nice place here with us. Polygon Network is a nice place to be. I'm glad this is a nice place. Thankfully, your mom is good, and your wife's parents are still around and in their lives. Very good. My dad was busy being a would-be rock star. Only thing he ever gave me was the game Suikoden on PS1. I am eternally grateful it was that good. David, yeah, that is rough. I live with regret because my mom didn't even experience her grandkids like she wanted. They are teens now, and they were in their Pampers when she passed. Not fair. Yeah. You know, when you have a... different people have different connections with their moms and dads, you know what I mean? I guess the stronger the connection that you have with your mom and dad, in some ways, the greater the loss is felt, and the greater you could feel robbed that your kids then didn't get to experience a life and see the people who loved you and raised you and that you loved in your mom and dad because they're not here. On the flip side, if you didn't have the best relationship with your parents and now you have kids, you could still have that longing of, I wish I got to have what I'm giving now, but you better believe it, I'm going to give you guys the best that I could give, you know. Regardless, I think most important thing as a parent is, I mean, keeping your kids healthy and safe, teaching them well. I look at my kids as like a blank canvas, and I'm the artist trying to paint the best scene that I possibly can. Put as much music, color, kindness, safety, positive habits, strength, integrity that I can into helping form the best people that I can. But along the way, they will grab their own paintbrushes, grab their own colors of paint, grab their own musical elements, and form their own story of themselves. So I can't be the artist forever. I can't be the only artist in their life. They're their own people, and the older they get, the more and more in control they are. But if I did a good job as a parent, I help pave the right path, and even though they are on the path and adults eventually, I'll still be there to, you know, walk alongside. I think we all want as parents to give our kids a better life than we had. And hopefully our parents try to give us a better life than they had, etc., etc. And if we keep on going further and further like this, then every generation from us onwards, even if you weren't given that as a kid, for perhaps going forwards, you're setting the course of history to have a new, better outlook, right? Yes, it's pretty powerful. Good thoughts didn't grow up with my dad, which makes it even more difficult. I just aim to be better father than my dad was, and present. Yeah. This is a great place for support. We got good eclectic support system here. Yeah. Feed is glitching out. My brain isn't keeping up either. My sympathies to all. Yeah. My faith makes things a bit easier than if you don't have that, at least in my case. Yeah. I slip up every once in a while and call my mom's phone just to hear her voice. That's probably tough. Paul, would you prefer that I give you a bear hug or a beer hug? Depends if that bear hug has got polar bear claws, because dang, those guys are pretty strong. Pretty strong polar bears, you know. See, this is a good unprompted real talk video game turned real talk live stream, you know? When I started doing these, I would super chat right now to lift the mood, but my pockets are lint lined, haha. Thank you, Sketches of Harmony. Yeah, that's what we get to get everybody going wild. Super chat's raining down on the screen. That's okay. That's okay. Polar bears can break through 3 feet of ice, which is nuts. Yeah, those guys are strong. What I was originally intending for, by the way, 39 watching, 45 likes. Big thank you to everybody who is here. If you're new to the channel and you're curious what we're doing, right now we're just talking some real talk. Earlier we talked and showed off Wolverine, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, Resident Evil 9, Requiem, and looked over the Famitsu sales data coming out of Japan for last week. If you're new, wondering what all this stuff is on the upper left-hand corner, we give away a $10 eShop card every stream when we hit Nintendo $64 total in super chats and or gifted memberships. Right now, you can see our board. Why is that control thing on there? I don't like that. Get away! You're ruining the male 518. You're ruining his contribution. Get out of there! Why is this little thing here? That's annoying. Do I have to do something like this? Oh, okay. There we go. I like that. It was blocking up the male 518's contribution. That deserves to be present. As I was saying, if anybody is new and wondering what this thing off to the left, that's our goal status. We have some donors today, including the male 518, Mike VR, Free Metroid Hat, and Roger Enyart. And that all helps build up. And if we hit our goal, what we always do is give back to the community with an eShop card, which is pretty cool. Oh, what I was saying is, rewinding. What I wanted to do originally kind of was, when I started streaming, probably 3 days a week, make the streams video game oriented, right? Go over video game news, previews, look over rumors, watch trailers together, react, talk, etc. Have fun, gaming stuff. Once a week, do a little bit of a workout together, right? Exercise live. And then once a week, maybe like a real talk where, all right, we could talk anything. It's not necessarily gaming related. It's life related. Potentially therapeutic, just to vent, have somebody to talk to. It could be gaming. It could be movies, comic books, new book, life, but just anything, right? The streams have been pretty much gaming, but it seems like almost every stream there's a little bit of non-gaming stuff that we do engage in, and these are pretty compelling reasons to be here, pretty thought-provoking topics, and getting to know the community more and stuff like that, which is really fun to do. And we end up having some workouts too, so we have quite a bit of fun overall. I think you build the foundation first, like martial arts. Get the foundation, the glory follows. Yeah. We are 10 away from giving an eShop card. 29 away, I think. 29 away. Getting there, getting there. Bear hugs are awesome. Still here. No, that's okay. Pokemon Fan 34. See, I'm considering like, maybe I should change up the colors, make it more visible, or make the font bigger. No worries. Oh, let's check out if there's anything in the news world that has dropped that's something that we didn't know about earlier or cover earlier. That Wolverine trailer was wild. Yeah, Mario Master. That was a fun one. You know, more stuff's going to come out of Tokyo Game Show too. If it's not brand new announcements, we'll definitely be seeing new footage on some of these games. Dragon Quest VII. That's another thing that's looking pretty solid at Tokyo Game Show. They have these constructs there for everyone to see, which is pretty neat. This is good to know. Konami has confirmed that Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2 has been in production for quite some time, and details will be revealed soon. If they include the Twin Snakes and Metal Gear Solid 4, that's going to be big for many people, because the Twin Snakes has only been ever released for Nintendo GameCube, and Metal Gear Solid 4 has been, for lack of better words, stuck on PlayStation 3, and could definitely use a bigger audience, a newer audience, you know? I'm going to get some water. I'm going to be right back. Is Peach snoring? Yeah, she is. I just woke her up, but she's snoring. she's snoring. She's snoring. I'll play this while I'm gone, so at least it's not nothing. Okay.
The little Froxes, yes.
Peach, you're
With
gonna have
that,
to
we
be by
the big
yourself.
Frox, which
I'll be
is
right back.
the
I'm gonna grab some water.
challenge on this path. And the constructs as well, soldier constructs protecting the site. So yeah, there seems to be more of like a story interaction here than we saw in Age of Calamity. After all, it's probably going to be replacing loading screens that we had before, like the Switch 2 loads so quickly. And then we have this area. That is the question. Are we heading for the so-called new Link construct here already? Or are we just going for the sacred spots of power. But it's clear that this is very likely based on the cutscenes part of the main story. It clearly is, actually. I will have a look at the title of it.
We pretty much take it all. Fridges and dishwashers, couches, mattresses, same day notice or 3 weeks in advance.
It's good to know you're like making a difference. Instead of just throwing this stuff in the dirt, you're actually making sure it goes where it needs to go.
All you have to do is point.
Book online today. 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
This is how you can lose the weight the way you want. Weight Loss by Hims offers access to a variety of options for weight loss, like access to compounded GLP-1 injections, or injection-free options like oral medication kits. Simple, all-in pricing, ongoing care included at no extra cost. Free shipping right to your door if prescribed. Through Hims, your weight loss plan is personalized to your goals. Plus, you get access to unlimited messaging with a licensed medical provider. No insurance required, no in-person visits, 100% online.
Where wisdom lies. Yeah, we can see a little bit of the interaction. Instead of going through the whole sequence of having this text on a screen, we actually see now Zelda just moving, exploring, and doing different tasks as well. Like we can see here by this crafting table, which is new, of course, to Age of Imprisonment. We didn't have any stuff like this in Age of Calamity. Where you will be able to equip on Zonai items, like we see the fire emitters, we can see batteries, which are batteries are of course crucial in order to use Zonai items for a prolonged time. So you stock up on those, and the path is further opened as you go deeper into the depths. Like we all know, the depths was not the most interesting area in Tears of the Kingdom. Quite contrary, I would say it was the most controversial and also the most disliked one. But we can see how much exploration there actually is. There is no combat in this opening sequence. We actually are just given information about this sacred old Zonai site. As we can see, it also has a major crack in it, as we make our way and get ready to battle a group of small Froxes. Yeah, Zelda with her new sword, that was also talked about in the loading screen, does quick process out of all of them. We can see her bow of light as well, well, a different form of it at least, and a little bit of tips on how to use the batteries and power managing as well.
Hopefully I wasn't gone too long. How was that footage, by the way? It's not the exact video that I watched earlier, you know? Do you hear this, by the way? Whoa! That was good timing. Chair, you're having a great stream, keeping us entertained.
Why, thank you, Roger and Yart. I do a better job than Paul, don't I?
I don't know about a better job. I would say just different. Thank you, Roger, for the $5. Peach was down below going, ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on, can I lay down on your lap? I want to lay down on your lap while you're streaming. I want to lick your ears too. Okay, Peach. I'm not done. Peach, you are done. No, I'm not. Don't ever put me down on the floor again. But I have to go get water. Well, then carry me. Peach, I'm not going to carry you everywhere I go. I would carry you if I could. No, you wouldn't, Peach. Yes, I would. No, you wouldn't. Okay, maybe you would. Peach, you're a good dog. You're a good dog. You're a good dog. She's a good dog. Thank you, Roger, for the $5. Peach and the voices is why we show up. That's right. It's all about Peach. She's a good dog. Let me see. Let's see. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. I didn't even get to drink the water. He left us with ads, did I really? Was it just ads? I mean, when I came back, it was on Zelda, but it might have left. I don't know. Konami took 10 minutes out of their pachinko ways to make something. Pugs snore all day. Yeah, they do. All short-nosed dogs do. Hey, Chair, do you play Age of Imprisonment?
Yes, I got a demo copy.
Wow, the Chair's got a demo copy. That's pretty cool. Would be nice if animals were at peace with humans. I believe they will be someday. Survival of the fittest. I see simply a contingency. Gonna hug my bear. I did a stoke the other day. Not really smoker. More drink. Cold water so yummy. Yes. Humans and animals seem pretty symbiotic as things are. You like the voiceover? Good. Hear the dog. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, I like the voiceover of me, or like the voiceover of the person with Hyrule Warriors? Cute dog, thank you. Give her treats. Will do. Paul's alright, but he's no Peach. No, I know. Age of Imprisonment has demo out now. I need to get it. No. Apparently the Chair has a demo somehow. I don't know how the Chair's got a demo, but that's what I heard. That's what I heard. I think there'll be a demo. Will the demo be out before the game? That would make sense. But it could be like Donkey Kong Bonanza where the demo comes out after, you know. I ain't even gonna drink my water this whole time. Here I am getting licked by Peach. Cold water is refreshing, though. Yeah. I think the demo will be on the second half of October. I like that idea, Mario Master. You know, I'm curious, what's up with those other 8 memberships gifted by Roger Enyart? Hi, Boo Mini. Welcome. Sketches of Harmony. Just realized you didn't clean your teeth yet. Yeah, you gotta. Yes, you gotta be nice to the Chair. I mean, the Chair apparently has got the hookups with some good things, you know. Demos for games coming up before any media has access to it. That's kind of wild. Oh, that's what that we could watch the Professor Layton. That's what also came out. New trailer? No, not the one from 14 years ago. Yeah, we'll watch this one. Yeah, Professor Layton. 9 months ago. No, not that one. Professor Layton from TGS. Here we go.
America は西部開拓時代の終わりを迎え、社会は大きく変わりつつある。蒸気機関の発明をきっかけとした急速な技術革新、蒸気発電、蒸気機関車、蒸気自動車、蒸気産業ロボット、蒸気コンピューター。人々の生活は日々豊かになっている。そんな発展に邁進する街、
I have, but you know what? We should watch it
ここが
again.
先生と僕の新たな冒険の舞台。先生、もうすぐ会えますね。レイトン先生。
I like the Professor Layton series quite a bit.
早く乗ってください。ここにいてはまずいんです。
わかったレク、また会えて嬉しいよ。ああ、これはロボットのお出迎え。この街では普通のことなのかな。
The game's always had a cool vibe to It's been a while. It's been a while since I
行
played
き
a
ますよ
game.
先生。しっかり捕まっていてくださいね。
あ
先生大丈夫ですか？
これぐらいどうということはないよルーク。英国紳士としてはね。
2026. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of good games coming out. What was I gonna look up? Excuse me. The Metroid Prime 4 Beyond trailer. Ah! You can't get enough of it. Yeah, jazzy vibes for sure. Yeah, I feel like if Professor Layton came out this year, with how little time there is left, it might just get caught up in all of the other big games and then be in too crowded of a market, you know? Maybe not, it's different enough, but still, games are all competing for our dollar. So, coming out early next year or something like that, like an April release, that's alright. We'll see. Yeah, let level 5 cook. December 4th. Telling you. The art book, October 28th. I'll use this hand. The art book. No, I'll use this hand. No, I'll use this hand. This hand. The art book, October 28th. 2 amiibo, November 6th. The game and 1 amiibo, December 4th. There's a gap between here and here. We're looking at this date right here, November 6th. Why? Maybe that's when they're going to drop Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime 3. Whether they're available on NSO, eShop, a combination of NSO, which would not do great for the Nintendo Switch One audience that doesn't have access to GameCube games, and the fact that one of the titles is a Wii game, but some combination of that and being available a la carte to purchase, and a physical cartridge, a pairing, $70 for 2 games, kind of like Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I don't know. I'm still holding on to. It's not too late for them to show it off, announce it, etc. You know? Gonna leave this here. There we go. That's a nice pose. Let's see. They should do a White Knight Chronicles remake. Attack on the Friday Monsters was cozy. Level 5 made Dragon Quest 8. I love them with the passions of 238 Suns. The trailer is just so good. Yeah, Boo Mini. You have bought the trailer in the past a couple of times. So I'm like, you know what? before you have the chance to offer it today, we're just going to do it. I don't know if you were going to or not, but I'm like, we're just going to do it. You've requested it a couple of times, so we just got to go for it. But yeah, it's a fun trailer. Steak 1024. Do you have a preferred demo type? I wasn't a fan of timed demos like DK Bonanza. I like demos that are like a level or two. To be fair, I don't know what the Donkey Kong Bonanza demo is like on Nintendo Switch 2 because I already own the game. I did play a demo of it at Nintendo Switch 2 Experience in LA, but that's here's two big areas of the game that you could just play, and we had access to 20 minutes straight. That's fun. Just here's a section of the game, play it for a certain amount of time, and then it cuts off. If the time is good, or here's as long as you want to experiment with this little section or two. That's also fun. Oh, there's a couple of different good ways to go about it. Depends on the game, maybe. Pac-Man 2 has come out, I think. Yeah. Roger Enyart, did those other memberships ever go through? Yes, just we don't know to who. So, Roger, they did. And thank you again. We just don't know to who. YouTube didn't tell us. 27 watching now. 47 likes. Wow. Thank you all for hitting that like button. I just don't know where. Pretty weird. People got them. But YouTube didn't tell us. I am back and better than ever. The Showa era in Japan. Dang, I'm looking forward to the new Godzilla movies. Godzilla -1. Was it -0? Yeah. That was great. Shin Godzilla was great. I'm looking forward to Godzilla Kong Supernova. Ah, we've got some good Godzilla Kong stuff coming up. Oh, when does any of you watch Monarch? When's Monarch Season 2 coming out? Monarch Season 2. Late 2025. Good. Monarch. Check it out. That's a recommended one. Boo Mini. Any chance in the Ocarina of Time remake they start with one art style and then have a darker art style when Link becomes an adult? That's an interesting thought. Like an actual visual change in art direction along the way? Maybe. Definitely possible. Not something so dramatic like going from cel-shaded to hyper-realistic, right? Like toon shading and then gritty, raw polygon, intense kind of thing. But some type of touch-up with the art style to more significantly advance the feeling of, yeah, things aren't that good in the future. We need you, Link, to set things right. Play up the amount of lines, play up the amount of shadows. Possible. I can't wait. I'm confident that Ocarina of Time is going to get remade. Just when exactly? tone, no. As a Mothra stan, I have nothing to say. I'm just happy everyone's okay. I watched seasons 1. Kind of cool, can't remember much. Yeah, it's been a while. I remember Kurt Russell, yeah. And then that darker art style is the one they stick with for Majora's Mask. Also not a bad idea. It would be nice to see Majora's Mask get a remake one day. Would they try to pull off Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remake in the same generation? It would kind of make sense in some ways, but not a guarantee. Zelda games take a lot of time, so I could see a lot of time going into an Ocarina of Time remake, but a whole other team be really working hard on a new Zelda game, and like there's these 2 Zelda titles being made simultaneously, a bigger portion on the main one, but some assets and some folks working on Ocarina. If that's even true, if Ocarina of Time is even happening, I just think it will happen eventually, but I'm on the side of the fence of I think it's gonna happen this generation, you know? I want to say before Ocarina of Time turns 30, we'll get a remake, which puts us at November of 2028. If I have to wait that long, but it's an incredible remake, I will be happy to wait that long. If it comes out next year for the 40th anniversary of the franchise, or sometime between February 2026 and August of 2027, in that 40th anniversary year and a half-ish kind of frame, I'd be very happy if it's Ocarina of Time remake then. Or like a Twilight Princess, sweet, nice, detailed, remastered kind of game. But Ocarina specifically, by the time the game turns 30, I would be so super stoked. I think Nintendo will update Mario Kart World every month till February Direct. It could. Kurt Russell, Big Trouble Little China is good. Yep. I would love an Ocarina of Time remake. Yep. Majora's Mask had more heart than any game I've ever played. Yeah, Majora's Mask that's a great one. Twilight Princess around the time they announced it would be neat. Twilight Princess was, 2006. That's a good 8 years later. You know what would sync up pretty well? This is a long time to wait, but oh dang, it's actually not too long. I mean, November 2026, you fall in the time frame of Twilight Princess's 30th anniversary and Zelda's 40th anniversary. You are in the 40th anniversary year and a half-ish time frame of Zelda and the 30th for Twilight. Not bad. Yep, she's snoring all right. She's snoring like a human, that's right. Is that an update? No, it's not an update. X got an update though. Oh. This is from before. Stealth put this up. I kind of want them to do that with A Link to the Past. Yeah, Boo Mini. Imagine A Link to the Past. How different it would be if it was all remade, full-on big 3D remake, or Nintendo's own take on 2D HD, like this hyper-pixelated, pixel-animated, 4K, beautiful-looking Zelda game that really keeps the feeling of A Link to the Past. But it's just far more modern in look, you know? Furious Junker Paul, I got COVID and I need to eat, but I can't work up the energy to get food. What do I do? Do you have enough energy to at least walk to the kitchen from wherever you are? Because maybe you could do something small like make yourself a peanut butter jelly sandwich or milk and cereal. Although lifting up that gallon of milk might be difficult if the COVID's hitting you hard. If you're not feeling that dexterous with your hands, maybe operating a spoon instead of a knife for spreading that peanut butter and jelly together would be good. Get a little bit of carbohydrates in you, a little bit of sugar, some protein. Wouldn't be bad. Boo Mini says DoorDash the food. You're paying a little bit for that delivery fee, but absolutely, that's good advice. Have the food of your choice come to your house. Then you got pizza, cheeseburgers, whatever. 10,000 Noodles is also hungry. Yeah. Speaking of food, it might be a good time for me to get some food too. Get some food. Go feed this sleepy dog. Although she already ate. She doesn't need food now, I guess. I'm more in need of food than her. Yeah, White. I could go for food any time of the day. Yeah, she could go for food apparently any time of the day. I would even wake up out of the deepest sleep and eat food if it was presented to me. That's the one thing she loved more than sleep. Food. You're having chips and guacamole right now for lunch? That sounds good, Boo Mini. Well, I'm going to get a little food for myself, I guess. I eat villains for breakfast? That's right. Gonna get a little food in. Probably play some Hades too. I've been sitting on that all morning. Robbie Rains, hi there. Robbie Rains, we're just about to end the stream. King Paco Nintendo Lover, we're doing well over here. We got to $40 in super chats. We got some new members. We got members that YouTube didn't show who they were, but 8 people got a membership beyond what YouTube saw, so it did go through. Just one, evidently not to 8 folks that it could have gone to here, and 2, to 8 people that we just don't know the recipients of. Yeah, Mario Master. Almost 50 likes. Robbie Rains popping up on X over there saying hi on stream. Boom! Hi there. Is there a way to go see who the members are? You know what? Actually, yeah. Before I go, let me look on my YouTube Studio dealio and see if it's updated, because then I can see who the last 8 were. It's loading. The fact that it never loads but is loading now tells me, yeah, YouTube is taking a little bit of time with this. So the last 8 could be, based off of this, could be Kuro Kamina, Elijah Dragon, Jacob Anderson, Game 123, Monkey FB, Swan Kai Tiger, Bradley Taylor, and Michael Begley. So that's 8. So that might be the 8. Because right underneath that, you see the male 518 who became a member today getting his own membership. So I think there we have it. You know what I'm going to try right now? Thanks for the advice, Paul. That gave me the motivation I needed. You're welcome. Keep being good. Keep being good. It is also possible that YouTube just didn't update yet. I want to try something. It's also I can't do it like that. Let me see. Even though we're closing out the stream, I'd like to try to do something. Paul Gale Network with the gifted membership. Thank you, Paul Gale Network, for doing a gifted membership. Who is going to be the recipient? YouTube's not showing it. But it went through. Way to go, PGN. That was a blue belt membership, if I'm not mistaken. That means Paul Gale Network, you just got somebody a nice membership. Not that there's a bad membership. And you brought us up to $44, PGN. Exactly 20 away from our Nintendo $64 goal. Shoutouts PGN. Whoever is the recipient. I don't know who you are. Oh, I could refresh my phone right now. Nah, it's going to be... I already know. It's going to be too slow. See, the last name... Michael Begley. I recognized that from earlier. And even, I think, Tabby Pitts is saying, oh, that was the first 10. So, yeah. You're welcome, 10,000 Noodles. Robbie Rains. Yeah, that Paul Gale Network guy is a pretty nice guy to give a membership for Paul Gale Network. Sketches of Harmony, yeah. 10,000 Noodles, Pokemon Fan 34. Maybe it was Nintendo 44 all along. Dun, dun, dun. Sketches of Harmony, 50 likes. We did it? We hit 50? It's a pretty nice guy to give a membership. That's pretty big. Woo! 50 likes. Big thank you, everybody. Let's go. Wonder why YouTube is being a stinker. They're not showing us who these last 8 plus 1 were, but probably on my YouTube Studio app, it will show, yeah, 10,000 Noodles, we hit 50 likes. I love it. That means, yeah, it's the usual. More people like than are concurrently watching, and that's okay. You know, I'm not expecting all 50 people to be here for the whole stream. But the fact that we have 32 people watching now is pretty awesome. We've been consistently over 30 for the majority of this time, and it's been a lot of fun. We had a lot of real talk earlier too, which was really good. I was very happy to see that. A lot of healing and helping amongst one another in the chat, you know? Even when we're watching a video, I'm like, I see people just talking amongst each other. That's healthy. Boomini is saying, if Aonuma shows up in the first 2026 Direct, I believe that means we will see a teaser trailer for Ocarina of Time Remake. You know it's going to be February when he does that. February Nintendo Direct. Just picture it now. Hi, I'm Eiji Aonuma, and February marks the 40th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series. First directed by Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto. And Shigeru Miyamoto comes out. And Sketches of Harmony with 5 gifted memberships. Wow. Big thank you, Sketches of Harmony. Woo! That came out of nowhere. Sketches of Harmony with the 5. Way to go. That's awesome. Will it show us who? It's not showing us who. What the heck, YouTube? I'm going to have to... So, I remember the names in YouTube Studio. I'm going to have to check out later today. Tonight I'll refresh it. Tomorrow I'll refresh it. And see just where are we at. You know? Who are the recipients of these 8 plus 1, 9... plus 5, 14. Thank you, Sketches of Harmony. Awesome of you to contribute. I feel better just being around y'all. Heck yeah. More gifted. OMG, the hype is real. Wow. I just realized PayPal direct debit delay gives me time. Whoop. Heck yeah. There you go. That's a good thing. Kong Donk. Wow. YouTube is legit broken. Robbie Rains, do you think that the Switch 1 has passed 155 million yet? I could tell you that. Sketches is amazing. It's YouTube that sucks. I don't know. I think we broke YouTube today. Combination of Roger, Free Metroid Hat, Sketches of Carmody, Paul Gale Network, Mike VR, The Male 518. We all just broke YouTube. And everybody being in here, you know? I don't know. I'm guessing it's not showing the memberships since everyone has one. I mean, kind of. Back to lint-lined pockets. Into the ether. As it's Friday, PayPal won't debit till Monday. Nice. Thursday, yeah. Oh. Looking up something. YouTube can't even hope to contain Paul Gale. Maybe it goes into holding till one frees up. Not everyone. Oh, we have grays though. See, we've got some grays in the chat. And the channel has like 5,600 followers. So more members are possible. Do you think the Switch 1 has passed 155 million? I think I read that. I don't think I answered that. Oh, I said I would answer that. No, not yet. As of June 30th, it was like 153.1. It's probably very close to DS, but it might not necessarily past DS yet. Well, there's still time until September 30th, you know. Getting there, though. YouTube is on a strike until Ocarina of Time Remake is officially announced. Yeah, that's it, dang it. We broke YouTube. Oh, I guess so. They say under Paul Gale's fist, inside of Chuck Norris's beard, is another fist from Paul Gale. Where are the other three? Wouldn't you like to know? Also, you counted wrong. Will it pass DS by next sales update? So let me see. Nintendo DS is at 154.02. Nintendo Switch is at 153.10 as of June 30th. So it is 998,000 away. It hasn't done 2 million to pass 155. I don't know as of right now, did it pass the 1 million to pass DS, or the 992,000 to tie it, right? It has moved several 100,000, but I'm not 100% confident that it definitely will either hit 154 or like 154.1 or 154.03 by September 30th. I will say that by the middle of October, Nintendo Switch will definitely hit 154 and also pass DS. So by September 30th, I'm not 100% confident in that. But by, like October 20th or something, yeah, then I'll say yes. Nintendo Switch is definitely over 154.1 million. But I'm not there right now. Steak 1024, 2 more $5 super chats after this, or 10 more memberships to Nintendo 64. Let's go! Thank you, Steak 1024. Big $5 right there. Steak 1024 getting us up to 54. We're just about to end the stream, and then you've got Paul Gale Network doing $1 or a $4. You got Steak 1024 doing $5, and all of a sudden the stream continued, and we're only 10 away. Thank you, Steak 1024. Mario Master, love your jackass short, man. So funny. Thank you. That was funny. When will Nintendo update us for next sales? Like November 8th-ish? Hard to imagine the majority of subscribers have kept their subs private and also have the gift acceptance toggled off, but not sure. Yeah, come on, right? You're not doing that, are you? Big $10 Roger with 10 more gifted members. We did it. We did it. 42. Nintendo 64. Woo! Huge thank you, Roger. Usually I also see you wrote a comment right above it. Usually if your memberships are full and, you try to give more memberships, YouTube will refund it back. That's happened to me before. Nothing has been refunded back to me. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you for the extra 10. Where are they going to? I don't quite know. But it's awesome that we have now 24 people we don't know who who are the names? Unless if those 8 were part of them, then it's like 16. But still. Zaid Bayrutui. When will the Resident Evil 9 U trailer be? Well, we watched some Resident Evil 9 footage today. Like actual gameplay footage, which was pretty sweet. We can't see who got them, but I'm sure they're cool. Ah, that's funny, 10,000 Noodles. I saw that. I assume it's on YouTube's end. Yeah. Yeah, we still have Gray in the chat. It's a little bit odd. See, I know it's working for individuals. I was going to say, like Mario Master, Robbie Reigns 1, do you have the opportunity to get a membership yourself? But I don't have to ask that, iByzantium, because the male 518 was able to get one himself. So it's not that it's not allowing people to get members. YouTube's just not showing who's it going to. But this community is awesome, Kong Donk. You are correct. Do I have to do something to get a membership? Aside from buying one yourself, which I'm curious, you don't have to spend the money right now. You don't have to. But can you click to see, can you get a membership? If you go to my YouTube homepage, do you see where it says buy membership and stuff like that? As far as receiving one, I don't know. Do you have to have that setting turned on specifically? Well, regardless, we got to buy an eShop card, don't we? Michael Goodman, member for 1 month. Okay, so that's the announcement one, right? That's not a buying one. But that's working. Way to go, Michael Goodman. Robbie Reigns, it won't let you buy one. That's odd. Boo Mini, we're at 65 now. You just gifted Boo Mini? Thank you. Where did you gift Boo Mini? Oh, Boo Mini. Oh, wait. Oh, Boo Mini just gifted. Oh, Boo Mini, I didn't see that earlier. Thank you, Boo Mini. I thought, did you gift it to Michael Gutman? No, Michael Gutman got it in that way. Oh, Boo Mini. That's kind of interesting. You got a whole other shade of green there. Let's get to 60 likes. Yeah, let's get to 60 likes. While I figure this thing out here on the whole, well, not much to figure out, but while I get the GameStop thing going, gift card. Really? When? Yeah, we watched it earlier in the stream. Let's see if I could pull one of them up. Here. While I buy the gift card, this could be for Zaid Bayrutui. Baruti?
alguma coisa nova aqui nessa demo. Ó, olha o cabelo dela, cara. Honestamente, isso aqui tá
What am I doing?
incrível, tá
GameStop.
perfeito. E lembrando que a gente não tá rodando em modo dock não, tá? A gente tá rodando em modo portátil no Switch 2.
Stream scheduled. What's that? LOL.
Esgotar
Hey, Nin128. We've got some weird things going on here. I think we broke YouTube. We've gifted out memberships, and in the beginning, it was showing who were the recipients, and then all of a sudden, that stopped. And we're like, oh, it's not telling us who got these memberships.
Eu não cheguei a jogar essa demo, tá? Então
We
pra
don't
mim é a primeira
know.
vez.
We
aqui.
don't know.
Ela cortou ali.
Then 128. What we did today to catch you up, we watched this Resident Evil Requiem footage, RE9 on Nintendo Switch 2, looking really good. This is from Rodrigo on X. We watched some Age of Imprisonment footage, gameplay from GameSpot and a couple of other sources online. We checked out the Famitsu sales from Japan, both hardware and software. Nintendo Switch 2 in first place, followed by Nintendo Switch and then PS5 third in hardware. In software, it was like 7 for Nintendo Switch, 2 for Nintendo Switch 2, 1 for PlayStation 5.
Olha, essa demo aqui,
We
ela
looked
não
at the
tá
Wolverine
dublada.
footage.
Mas o Resident Evil 8 estava dublado, né? Então é muito provável
That looked
que
good.
o Resident Evil 9
There
esteja
was some
dublado em
real
português também.
talk going on in the chat.
Coleta de sangue iniciada, pulso verificado, sem anormalidades, do filme
We talked about Hades 2
São as anotações dela.
and how
Colocaram coisa nela.
I tried playing it this morning. It said it wasn't ready yet.
Vamos ver.
And then it said ready, and I'm like, I'm about to stream though.
Em terceira
So
pessoa.
I chose to stream instead of play Hades 2,
Terceira pessoa,
but
meus amigos.
I'll go play that. I'll go play it shortly.
Ih, apaguei a luz. Nossa.
And now we're about to give out
Aqui.
a $10 eShop gift card.
Gameplay em terceira pessoa.
Oh my gosh, Joyce J, you took a nap? Boy, did we go over Zelda!
Reflexos da
We
luz,
watched a
iluminação.
lot of Age of Imprisonment footage and speculated on
Isso que a gente queria, né?
things and looked at the camera angle work. But Joyce, a lot of that footage is freely available online. We just happen to be, talking about it
Tá piscando
on
mais.
our
Pegar uma garrafa
speculation
vazia.
end.
Posso tacar ela em coisas.
Yeah, Joyce, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Wolverine. Sorry if I missed anyone saying hello. I'm at work. I'm also listening, watching, and lurking. So hello to all I missed. Very good. Oh, Joyce J, you also just bought Hades 1. Thanks, Paul. You're welcome, Joyce. You're in time. We're about to do another giveaway. Was it $6 or $6.66? Joyce. Pokemon fans saying it works to buy it. I thought so. When Tokyo Games Live will be? It is live now. It is constantly being updated. Folks that are in Japan right now are 624. That's interesting. Richie Jard, hi there. Folks are updating their channels on YouTube, on X, etc., with footage that they're recording on the show floor. Dragon Quest VII, Age of Imprisonment, Resident Evil Requiem, etc. Paul, if 2026 is the year of Zelda celebrations, then fair to say it'll also be the year of Joyce J celebrations? I think so. Yeah. it'll be a Joycey J celebratory year. That birthday will be that much more significant, you know? Okie dokie. If you are interested in being the recipient of the $10 eShop card, I gotta be able to get a hold of you somehow. TikTok has a way to message people, as does Facebook, Instagram, X. YouTube does not anymore. Discord, I guess, does. But I don't have access right now to send you a message on Discord. So if that's the only way we could get across, I'd have to message you later, but I would. So you could just message me now. Hey, at Paul Gale Network, or however Discord works, I'm so-and-so, that one so-and-so, etc. And I'll give it to you later, okay? Probably just can't send it right now. Also, you gotta have a North American eShop account. If you're in US, you probably already have one. If you're not, you could make one, but you're gonna have to make one. Okay, so that being said, if you are interested in being enrolled into the eShop gift card giveaway, which by the way was made possible by the 31 people watching now, the 54 people who liked, Boo Mini, the Male 518, Mike VR, Paul Gale Network, Steak 1024, Sketches of Harmony, Free Metroid Hat, and Roger Enyart, go ahead and put the number 1 in the chat. Just drop a 1. And we'll get you going. Ooh. You ever get a good click sometimes? Looks like you're gonna have a 1 in 33 shot. Still pretty good. That's if everybody enters. Let's see, how many do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll give a little bit of more time. Yeah, I hope y'all don't mind Pete snoring. It could be distracting. Like, what's this constant snoring sound? Well, that's the dog. I like that emoji, that Sketches of Harmony that just dropped. The Mario one peeking around the curtain. That's pretty funny. It makes me laugh. I just put up a new emoji the other day. Oh yeah. Jackass. That's just the newest one. Kind of hard to make out what it is. If you didn't watch the short, a little bit more difficult to figure it out. But if you watch the short, then you know the comedy behind that emoji. Okay, we got another one. Difficult to figure it out. But if you watch the short, Tsukino Ame, I'm not entering. I wish everyone luck. Hey, well that's cool. You know. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, let's take a look. Okay, hold on. I could add that. Hold on. Richie Jard. You put it in a little bit late there. Almost. Hold on. Just waiting on Paul to do flips through the frig of fire. Peaches away with the Lumas. Yeah. All right. All right. Now we're going to go. Okay. Alrighty. Tabby Pitts. Congratulations on the $10 eShop gift card. Tabby Pitts, I know you're in the chat. Are you still in the chat? I'd be shocked if you left after you last typed in LOL. That would be really bad timing. I enter, LOL, I'm done, I leave. No! That would suck. That's always like the, oh, damn. No! But you gotta be here, right? Yeah, what OMG, wow. Yeah, so you won, so congratulations. Yay, cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool. Alrighty. Tabby. Well, obviously, we're connected on X because that's how we talked about the brown belt stuff and what you want out of it and stuff like that. October 1st, by the way, a new round of brown belt videos will be going up to the brown belt tier people. So between now and then, ask me by however means on one of the live streams, through a DM on X, whatever, what exercise would you like? What part would you like to be stretched or ironed out in some capacity that I could give to you for the month of October? What martial arts technique, whatever, right? Anything physical that would help you out in some way, let me know. Tabby Pitts, you said arm related, so I'm going to keep that in mind. I already have some things that I'm planning on cooking for you. But anyways, my whole point in how are we connected for me to give this to you triggered the memory of X. That's how we could talk. Tabby. There you go. Okay, Tabby. Just gave it to you. Congratulations. LMAO, that would be my luck. Yeah, that would be kind of lame. That would stink. Michael Gutmann saying, I called it that you would win. I was going to put my prediction in the chat, but I was doing a P-Switch mission. Nice. Well deserved. I'm floored. I never win things. Thank you. You're welcome. Well, you won something now. Tabby, you won 2 of them. Two of them? A lot of people are talking online of Hades too. Oh, wow. Pokemon fan 34. Tabby Pitts won here won before? Pokemon? Tabby Pits, did you win here before? No. Did you? I don't think so. Unless if... No, we hoped but didn't. So, no. Okay, maybe you won somewhere else or something like that, but Tabby just said no, she didn't hear. Eventually, everyone here is probably going to be a winner because we got 30-ish people watching, so... Is it true that beneath your fist... Hold on. Is it true that beneath your fist, beneath Chuck Norris's beard, there lies a cannon that is capable of ending this very world? That is true, 10,000 Noodles. Yeah. But it's not ever pulled out. It's too dangerous. Nin128 capture card funds. Thank you, Nin128. You know, that is one thing that I need that, like, I've talked about on this channel before. Thank you so much. We gotta do this right. We gotta get a capture card one of these days. Gotta figure this stuff out. Because that would be fun. I got another question in here, I think. Maybe it was by Tabby Pitts. Any recommendations on eShop? I think I gotta recommend you what Joycey J picked up for $6.24. Hades. Hades 2 comes out today, but Hades is so freaking cool that for $6, it's 100% worth it. And it's going to be a new game for you, even if it's 5 years old. Who cares? It's wonderful. And it's free, kind of. You want a $10 eShop card, so if it's $6.24, that's still going to leave you with, you know, $3.76 and change. That's pretty cool. Nintendo Prime, the Mario Kart Tour short is blowing up on my channel. Well, at least it's blowing up somewhere, Nintendo Prime. Let's see. Let's look at Nintendo Prime's channel right now. Actually, it might be doing well on my channel. I'm not sure either. Hopefully. Let's check out Nate's shorts. 1,100. I'm guessing it hasn't updated yet all the way. Is that right, Nate? Today in gaming history, September 25th, 2019, Mario Kart Tour launched for iOS and Android worldwide. Aha. So publicly, we're looking at 1,100, but on your end, you could see just hit 2,000 in under 2 hours. That's cool, Nate. Nate, you just missed a $10 eShop card giveaway. You could have been the recipient of a $10 eShop card and maybe picked up Hades. You probably already have Hades. You've got Hades already. What am I talking about? Well, then again, you would have also ruined the odds for everyone else if you entered into the contest because, you know, it was like a 1 in 15 chance you would have made it 1/16. But that's okay. Oh darn, whatever will I do without a $10 eShop card? I'll tell you what you won't do. What you won't do is be halfway there to Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. I guess send you another 1 terabyte Lexar card. You know what, Nate? That's a good idea. Somehow, that's a good idea. By missing out on the chance to win a $10 eShop card, you can make yourself feel better by sending over a 1 terabyte Lexar card. I don't know how that works out, but the math doesn't need a math because logic prevails over math. And if you say that that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. I have my card. I mean, it's not in here. I just took it out because I was like, you know what? This is a pretty cool looking little box there. If anybody asks what do I recommend on hand, I can now show it. But that card is terrific, Nate. Big thank you again. It really helps out the Nintendo Switch too. Big time. Especially when you got a lot of NS games and games with updates, you know. No stream tonight, that's right. Barring my fiance making plans with friends. So you got some fiance duties tonight. But if Yulia's like, you know what? No. I'm going to go out with friends. And we're going to do some karaoke, dinner, mini golf, bowling, chatting, dancing, fun, whatever. Then I guess you'll be back streaming. Well, that's cool. I mean, either way, I guess you'll either have fun with the lady. Can't go wrong there. Or you end up having fun with the community. Which is always good. Fiance duties sounds dirty. 10,000 noodles. You got no idea. Let's see. We will live, man. But back to Nin 128. Thank you for the capture card funds. Yeah. I guess I gotta get a capture card and potentially another dock and cords. Because all this time, I mean, it is a little bit different. I mean, to be fair, it's a lot different. Because if you're trying to chat and interact and keep the engagement alive with the community, you're not playing that well. Or you're trying to give folks watching a really good play session of the game, but you're kind of avoiding chat. Or you're really trying to combine the best of gameplay for the chat and chatting, and then you're missing out a lot on the game itself, including the story and mastering the controls and missing out on key dialogue and stuff like that. So, yeah. Playing live, having fun playing yourself, doing a good job showing what the game is, and talking to chat and, you know, having fun and answering questions all at once. Woo! Those three things are a difficult thing to balance. But we could experiment with that kind of stream sometime, and it'll be known, hey, conversation might be a little bit lighter in terms of responding, but we're still going to have a different type of fun, you know? Let's see. Anything else? Tabby, the one we were supposed to give the prize to anyway, so she could buy DLC or something. I Byzantium is asking Pokemon Fan 34. Oh, I think regarding like Donkey Kong. That's half a Donkey Kong DLC. Nintendo patents capture technology. Generosity. Any other comments? Oh, cool. I didn't see that one. I might have an extra capture card for you depending on what you need. Oh, thanks, Nate, for that offer. So, in my living room, that's where I have hooked up to the TV, like the Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Alexa, Fire TV Cube, even though that's not really needed as much because the TV is a smart TV and, you know, quite a competent, capable TV. But that's where the dock is and stuff. Computer is here in the game room. Yeah, it's a game room because there's still a TV over here, and that's got, you know, Wii U, Xbox One, PS3, PS4 hooked up to it. But mostly in the game room, it's computer usage stuff. So my dilemma is, well, I don't want to take the dock away from the living room because that's where the family plays the Nintendo Switch too. That's where we all play our own files of games. We play on each other's files, being each other's player 2 for Split Fiction, or we fight off with Street Fighter if we have company over. We have 8-person Super Smash Bros. Brawl parties and stuff like that, like, or Super Smash Bros. For Wii U parties, and then Super Smash Bros. Ultimate parties, but whatever. Like, that's where that kind of stuff is. So I don't want to just take the dock out and put it here permanently, but I'm considering either just get a second set of cables, like get a second set of the HDMI 2.1 cables, which I probably have another one of those laying around. In fact, I know I do somewhere. But get another one of those, get another power cord for the AC outlet, and then just be able to unplug bloop, bloop, the dock and bring it over here and hook it up, and then sometimes play with a community, whether it's, hey, let's see if we can get into a match of Fortnite or Splatoon 3 or Mario Kart World or one-on-one Street Fighter or something like that, like, or just, hey, I got a new game, Hades 2, I'm gonna go through my first play session live here online with everybody watching, and maybe some people are interested enough to watch but not interested enough to buy, or curious on the fence of buying but like don't mind seeing a little snippet of the game without spoiling too much to see is it for them or not, you know what I mean? So maybe. But thank you, Nate, for that offer. I guess the easiest thing to do, not the most cost effective, but the easiest thing to do would be just buy a whole other dock, and with it, another HDMI cord and AC cord. More cost effective thing, just get the HDMI and the AC cord and just bring the dock back and forth, Not like I'd be playing on every stream either, just, when I do, you could do that. I just don't want to, like, take everything out from the back of the TV, take the dock, move it throughout everything. Like, that would be annoying. 10,000 noodles, I'll be okay. Just want to hang out and annoy you guys more. You're not annoying us. Happy to have you here. I was just thinking, hold on, let me see. I was just thinking, like, once a week we could have member game nights, nothing too insane. That would be cool, Nin 128. That would be fun. If you want to spend another $10, you could get Silk Song. Okay, talking to Tabby. She's playing Hollow Knight for the first time. Nintendo Prime. Well, I have an extra third-party dock too, LOL. Ah, that's cool. Is it a Friar System kind of dock, Nate? No, I'm trusting it's not. Do you remember that? Of course, you remember. You remember everything that I remember from the last 8 years. Remember when those early third-party Nintendo Switch docks were causing some to fry? Causing some to drain the battery? Ooh. Oh, scary times. But it seems like they've gotten better for sure by now. Do you use a desktop or a laptop? That's basically all I need to know for which capture card to use. Desktop. It's a nothing too fancy. Hold on, what kind of computer do I have? An HP computer. A Dell monitor. But yeah, it's a desktop. I would dock with Nintendo Prime. It has. I know what that is. I know what that is. Jeez Louise. Splatoon, yeah, Joycey J, Splatoon. Non-Potato, I'm member? Yeah, Non-Potato. Ah, non-potato. Did you just get gifted a membership this morning? Because if you did, then you might be one of our members that YouTube did not tell us who got a membership. Nate, you've been doing this long enough. Have you ever experienced when somebody is kind enough, or yourself, donates memberships to the chat? Let's say it's 10, and it gives you the 10 names. And then you get like another 10, and it gives you like 1, 2, and then the other 8 are nowhere to be found. You're waiting. It doesn't have a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. We came into that today. We've experienced it where here's the channel operating, here are the gifts operating, and then eventually no more names. It went to someone, but YouTube didn't tell us to whom. Now, I don't have a whole lot of members on this channel, you know what I'm saying? But it's not 100% all have members. I mean, there's 5,700 people almost subscribed to the channel. So surely we haven't run out of the total amount of people that the memberships could be gifted to. You know, we're at like 300 or something like that. So what happened? Have you ever had that happen to you? Imagine being so blessed that you could summon Joycey J. You just say Splatoon 3 times fast. Probably Reigns would love a game night stream. Nintendo Prime, nah, it won't fry the systems. LOL, I have like 3 of them. They all work. Good to know. I'm just kidding. I know it wouldn't be intentional. And you do your research. I know that. Imagine we create a lobby in Mario Kart World where we play each other. 24 people. You know, usually we have like 30 to 49 people watching these live streams at once. Yeah. 30 to 49 seems to be our range. Assuming everyone's got a Nintendo Switch 2, which not everyone does, you could almost have every member of this community, 24 people at once, like playing, and it would be everybody playing. That means chat would go almost silent. Unless that the folks that don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 are chatting away and still having fun and still getting engaged. Yeah. Does the desktop have an extra PCI/PCI Express slot? Because I could give you a free internal capture card. I have 3 of them and can only use 2. They are super expensive. Good question. I would have to take a look at the back and or take a picture of that, Nate, because I don't know off the top of my head if it's got an extra PCI slot. It's pretty easy to access and slide it out. I just have to do it at a medium pace to not snag on anything and to not take too much time, you know? Selfless Prime. No, yeah, Kong Donk, that is a very nice offer by Nintendo Prime. I'll get back to you, Nate. Thank you for that. We should do a Splatoon 3 tournament. Clicks heels together, Splatoon, Zelda, Prince. Yup, you need 20 for the max, yeah. I know some things are kind of like HK, but right now I know a charm. Oh. Hollow Knight, yeah. Hornet is annoying, lol, until you play as her in Silk Song. Will we need a channel membership to play games like Mario Kart Tournament? Medium pace, tab of hits. Yeah, you heard it right. No, not necessarily need a membership. We could. I keep getting this plus button. Members only live stream. Schedule your live to switch to members only. Is it not going to go away? Is this notification not going to go away until I do it? You know what? I'm not doing this to not include folks like iByzantium, Robbie Reigns 1 or Mario Master from participating. I just want to see what it does because it's been showing up for the last couple of days and I kind of want the notification to go away. So I'm gonna do it right now. Members only live stream. Oh. So here I see, because my first time clicking this, all channel members, and then it goes white belt, blue belt, green, brown, black belt. Well, let me check out all members. Starts in, okay, 1 minute. We'll just see. Get excited. 1 minute until members only. You'll be redirected automatically. So what is that going to do? In 1 minute, is the stream going to just continue as is? Nothing affected on your side. But when this countdown goes down, some people just won't be able to type. Now, I also clicked on all members. So, gray people, you are members, right? Gray people are members, just not a belt member. I don't know. Is it transporting you to somewhere else? Everyone's a member, though. Well, everyone's a subscriber. Well, I'm just going to find out real quick. Okay. Can someone type?